In the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
I mean, she was flying around in A-Star today, so that's fine.
A little bit of caribou call.
Yeah. Sorry, Mayor. Emily didn't come.
Yeah.
Emily didn't make it, so we got an empty chair. Welcome to Alaska Wild Project, episode 135. We got Greg Stafford from Northern Aspects Film Festival. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks you guys for having me. Stoked to wrap out on the film festival and skiing and snowboarding in this great state.
Yeah, right on. We're supposed to have the mayor in here tonight with us, and after you text me and it was the two texts and all the info about Emily, I was like, oh man, he never said anything about another person. So I called him back, and eventually, actually, I was gonna have Emily come, because she's totally into skiing and all about it. And you guys know each other from back in the day.
Yeah. Hailey Thompson, we went to school together back in the West days. And, and then my girlfriend, Emily Baker, she was planning on coming, and then she got shipped down to Juneau to do some work on a glacier project down there. So,
yeah, when you sent me that note, I was like, glaciologist?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that looks good on paper.
Yeah.
It does. She's super smart. Master's in snow science. Just like, keeps me grounded about where to go and where not to go on a glacier.
That's awesome.
What
dude.
schools teach that? Like, I've never even seen that on an.
Yeah, I think she went down. She got her graduate degree down in Boulder, University of Boulder there, and but there's a few schools that teach it around the Lower 48, and maybe I don't think UAA's got a master's program in that, but yeah,
I would think, like, we got a couple of those around.
Yeah,
A couple glaciers.
it's nice having a couple of glacier bitches around. I mean, they keep things right. Someone's got to monitor these glaciers that are melting
That's
up here.
right.
So
Yes, we can land the Super Cub there. That would be a good answer.
yeah.
Safely. Yeah, is she involved in this? What is the big slide in Barry Arm?
A little bit, and I'm also involved in a little bit working for the Forest Service. But that thing's scary, man. That slide out there, man. If it goes, like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of monitoring stations up there. USGS is kind of taking lead on it, and it's Forest Service land. So that's where we come in a little bit.
All right.
Can we expand on this for a lot of people that maybe don't know what we're talking about with the Barry Arm landslide? I'm pulling up a couple images real quick.
You want to talk about it, or you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, so what's basically going on is the land there is unstable. It's up Barry Arm. If it comes loose, it's going to create just a massive tsunami that could have disastrous effects for the town of Whittier right there, and the boat harbor and everything.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of monitoring stations up there. And we don't know if it's going to go, let's say a week from now, or 10 years from now, or 30 years from now. That's the big thing, right?
Or if it's going to go in sections, right? Like if part of the unconsolidated material slides, and then is that true?
And I'm no expert on this, but that seems true to me. Yeah, it could go in sections, but the big thing, if it does go, that whole arm's deep enough where it could create just a massive tsunami.
Yeah.
Just wipe tons of stuff out.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It'd be scary as hell, man.
Yeah.
Will it go all the way to Valdez?
I think it would. It wouldn't have I think it's a 40-foot projected wave at the mass capacity in Whittier, if I'm right. I think it's 40.
Jesus.
So it would be diminished because you have to make the corner.
Yeah.
Then you hit wider, like in more open space of
So it
water
spreads.
where it gets spread out, dissipated. But I think it would have some sort of tsunami there. But it's 1,600 feet in Barry Arm, and what is that, McClure? That's not McClure. What's the other one that we're looking at a picture where it's twinned with?
Yeah, I mean, you got Barry Glacier that's coming down there, and the glaciers receded so much, and so when the glacier receded there, the land became unstable there on the slope.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what's causing it, right? And
I think is it Harriman? What's the one that's
Cokes, Barry, and Cascade.
Well, no, Barry Arm flows into another bay, and there's a
I'm
forest
not sure, but I know all
cabin
those
in it.
tidewater glaciers there. Like Barry Arm, like College Fjord and stuff, right? I mean, they're the vertical relief there is massive, and these glaciers are receding in that area. So it's it's something we got to monitor. And
That's scary
crazy
shit, dude. 40. That's it. Whittier's gone.
yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
we hope not. Knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How many stories is the hotel?
I don't know, 12. And it's super tall. I'm not sure. I've never been in there. I really want to go. I wonder how we get a tour.
It seems kind of very dormish.
Yeah.
When I look at it, it reminds me of some college dorm.
Yeah. And they have all
they
of
probably
the,
party in there, dude.
for sure. And they do their sports in there and their school in there. And
Sport. They have a gym in there?
oh yeah, in the basement.
No way. Is there a
so.
pool?
I don't know. I think I told you about
Pickleballs?
this. I've always wanted to know about it, and I would listen to a This American Life episode with Ira Glass, and it was about a girl that moved there, and her dad was the pastor in it, and she was doing her senior year living in there, and the whole episode was about her and living in the building, and it was so interesting. This is 5 years ago, but
Is it a cult?
I don't think so.
There's a pastor? A church?
There's a church.
Sounds cool.
I don't think
can you
have to
imagine
go.
everybody
Sounds
in the
culty.
same town living in
Oh,
a
man.
small little dorms like that?
Yeah,
Like
Dude, we
during
gotta
the
get
winter
someone
here,
on.
like
Yeah.
We got to get someone on. Do we need the building? We need the super to come through, dude.
Or who's the mayor? Let's get Adrian to find out who
the mayor of
is.
Eagle River to contact the mayor of Whittier, and we need to get this man or lady in here.
Then all the aunties are in trouble.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, that's scary business, man. The Barry Arm thing. That's insane. Like, what's the projected, warning time? Is there any? Like minutes?
I don't know. I mean, they definitely got.
the tunnel's going to get all filled up too.
If it goes, I'm sure it'll hit the tsunami warning center, right? That they've got like in Palmer and stuff. So that'll be triggered, and then you probably a bunch of people give alerts on their phone, right? And those scary alerts that
Oh my goodness!
I figured that, and I haven't done any research on this, that those measurement devices, something is going to trigger, like, yes, it let go. And then on 16 on the ocean, you'd get a message right away from the Coast Guard or whoever saying, hey, Barry Arm is gone. There's this instant tsunami warning. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the plan is if you have a boat,
get on the boat.
You're hopefully on the boat and the anchor's pulled already.
Gotcha.
But if you're not, then you go big water. So head towards Wells away, or head, if you're already in Wells, head out in the center of the sound. And then when I looked up like the rate, the miles per hour or whatever knots that a tsunami of this magnitude would move, it's slower than my boat. So as long as waves are low, like, you could outrun it and get into big water and just wait for it to be dissipated. That
I would assume it
plan.
builds as it travels, height wise, or does it just start off right away?
I think it's biggest,
and then it diminishes.
Well,
okay, that makes more sense.
I mean, I think there's two different things. There's like the ocean wave, right, and that's probably diminishing, and then there's a shore break wave, which depends on like the structure of the shore, like a surf break,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Whittier's not that far away.
No, dude. It's super close. Yeah. I would want to go the other way.
Yeah. Deep water fast.
Yeah. Deep and big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, get past Perry, towards Naked. So when we go, the kids know, everyone knows about this. 16's on all night for this,
Oh my God, dude.
So, and then we try to spend our time on the sound on the other side.
What do you do? Just gun it right for it and just jump it?
No, dude, you can outrun it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What if you have no chance?
Well, if you have a sailboat, then you just like go lock yourself inside, and hopefully like that lead weight keeps you up.
Keeps you level.
But I don't know, a lot of the boats would, I think, be able to, as long as you're not moving at like 6 miles an hour. I can't remember what the speed was. It was like 18 to 20 or something of a tsunami of like this kind of wave. And so, if you can run 30, you're good.
That's like unthinkable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's like the whole, Japan tsunami all over again, right? Maybe a smaller scale right there, but
yeah,
like, I mean, that was disastrous, right?
Dude.
And we've had them before up here, and sometimes we get warnings, and I'm like, I should go to higher ground. One time I got a warning in Hope, about a tsunami, and I was like, man, I should go to higher ground, but I don't think it would hit Turnagain Arm. That's the thing,
No,
so it's like, but with every warning that doesn't hit, right, it
lessens
it's like calling wolf, right?
Yeah.
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah,
because I've gotten them too, and I'm like, what?
It's interesting when you get those and then you go to the link or whatever, the actual tsunami warning center, and then it like grades the tsunami chances to where you're at. So it was like, oh, actually it's like red in Kodiak, but it's like really not much here.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like everyone gets the same level. But they don't send that on the text. They're just like, tsunami time.
Tsunami warning. It looks scary on the text.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, maybe you could ski it.
Surf it.
Water ski it.
Hit it. The Wartide boys go out.
Oh, yeah, dude. Stand up, paddleboard it.
Or actually, I got a friend who might be submitting a water skiing video to the festival, which is like, totally out of the box, right? But it fits all of our festival criteria, right? It's skiing and it's in Alaska, and it's under 10 or 5 minutes.
That's
Water
sweet.
skiing.
Wait, is he on a lake?
He's on Prince William Sound.
Oh,
he's got a bunch of
nice.
footage out water skiing.
Is there whales or something around? Or
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
yeah.
So
all right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
So, what is the criteria?
So the criteria for Northern Aspects Film Festival, it's pretty simple, right? First thing, everything's got to be filmed in Alaska. Strictly Alaskan festival. Second thing is we got 2 categories, under 10 minutes and under 5 minutes. So we got awards for both those categories. So it's shorts.
Yeah.
You know.
Sweet.
Yeah. And we're gearing it towards, you know, Alaskan locals, and like what I've seen up here in the last 10 years plus, right, is just like the locals crush it up here, you know, I mean, they're producing really cool shit, and that's what we kind of wanted to bring together and have a little festival about. So
yeah.
How many entries do you expect to get versus how many will make? How many can you do?
So last year we had about 30 entries, and we selected about 18 of those entries. So, and that was our first year, right?
Yeah.
You know, like we're just getting this thing off the ground. But it's stunning how many entries we have, or we had last year, and then this year, you know, our submission deadline hasn't hit yet. Our submission deadline is October 8th.
Okay.
So that's when we'll get
So you still got time, folks.
Yeah.
Get that video in.
Yeah, get that video in. Let's see it, man.
Yeah. 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, either under 5 minutes or under 10 minutes, right? And the reason why we did that is we had so many submissions last year that we weren't able to put them all in, you know? And so if you have got something really awesome and you're under 5 minutes, you have more likely to get in than a 10-minute video, right? You know, just because we got only so much time. We got 2 45-minute segments.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Is it looking like you're going to get more submissions this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We're already on track to get more submissions. So
that's sweet.
That's the thing I love about this thing is that, you know, I get to see what other people are doing. You know, sometimes people I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like they crush it, and like you just never hear about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Has there been any cross country skiing?
You know, we had a submission last year that was cross country skiing, and you know that fits all the criteria, but it was over 10 minutes, so we had
man.
Dude, hopefully it comes back this year with the 9:59.
What was the story about the cross country skiing one?
I think it was pretty good. And I'm blanking on the exact story on it, but it was like, oh man. Yeah, we'll come back to that
like
later.
backcountry or like racing?
It wasn't backcountry, and it was like a story of like a person who was, I think it was an older person that was like trying to like, you know, like cross country ski and stuff like that, and just kind of their story. Right?
Okay.
It's all about the story.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People think like, oh, I'm just just
tricks and
just put some tricks and gnar in, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's great, right? We all love gnar.
Yeah.
But like, it's really all about the story, right? You come up with like a 2-minute story that's got you know, all the elements for a great film, man. Like that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you tell me about the cat film?
Oh God, the cat film.
The cat film? What's that?
Meow. Meow cat. I want to hear about it right meow.
Yeah, last year we got this film, and it's basically this cat called Petra, and this cat freaking crushes it, man. Like, what got me was they had the cat on a snowmobile down Thompson Pass, you know, and it's not brop brop, it's purr baby,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so, and it was so funny that we just like had to put it in, and then all the girls loved it, you know, and
Did it win?
Everybody loved it. No, it didn't win. It was a vertical video, you know, so it was close to being cut, right? But like, man, the reactions that we got, you know, from the audience, right? Like, it made it worth it, right? And you know, it was a good story. Like,
they're skiing with the cat or something.
They're skiing with a cat. They take this cat everywhere.
Ah, all right.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I've seen
Paddleboarding.
these people on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a
The
big.
dude
She has her
has
own
like
Insta.
50,000
The cat
followers.
Does? The cat does?
This guy, it's a couple, right, with the cat?
Yep.
Yeah, their cat page or their
What
page.
is it called, man? We got to look at this.
Just write Petra the cat. I
Petra
think
the
that's
cat,
what it's
yeah.
called.
Petra the cat.
You
I think
you
so.
can find it on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't realize that was a cat from the video. I had just heard that was like, oh, a cat video made it in. I was like, oh, I got to hear about this.
Is it the meow?
Right, meow.
Petra Meowtonier?
Yeah, I think
Petra
that's
the
it.
Meownier. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn.
Yeah, 140,000
Holy
followers.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
People like cats, man.
Fucking
Like
people, man. Get your fucking life together, dude. Oh my God, this cat is killing it, man.
I like the cat and the goggles. That was the picture that someone had showed me, and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty
It's
rad.
just the cat, man. The cat has...
Yeah, the one on the snow machine is what got it for me, right? You know, because people bring their dogs out and stuff. But,
Yeah.
Like, who brings their cat out on, a sled adventure, right?
That's rad.
That's pretty funny.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos.
Yeah,
of the
that
cat
one,
doing
that
That's
picture right there, the
hilarious.
cat on the tunnel of the sled, man. I was just like,
Yeah.
right on.
Meow _Tanier.
yeah.
That's so good, dude.
Meowtonier.
Mountaineer.
Oh my God. All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead, guys. Follow him.
I love that the cat's full name is Petra Meowtonier.
Look at the profile
pretty rad.
picture with the goggles on. That's
So-
hilarious, man.
So, what was your favorite film from last year?
My favorite film of last year, man, that's a hard one. Man, I really liked the one down in Eagle Crest. These guys down in Juneau, they put together just an awesome film, just like heartwarming, like it had people getting married in it. It, had tricks. It just had like that warm, like funny feeling of like, a small town ski resort.
Yeah.
And like, man, it just like when I watch it still, it's just like, oh man, that's what I grew up doing, you know, like just like learning how to ski at this like small resort,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. And then it was just really great having, Southeast like buy in on the festival, right? Like we kind of get stuck in this like South Central like zone, right? But there's a whole shitload of mountains down in Southeast, right? And they got their own ski community and stuff, and they really bought in last year, and I want to keep that going.
I think there's a ski manufacturer down there.
Yeah, Fairweather Ski Works.
That's what it is.
Yeah. No, Graham down there. They've been doing Graham and Lindsay. And they're just a local ski company that's in Haines. They make rad skis.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's awesome.
I bet the shows, I was telling Jack, when you go down there and do the shows, I bet they just blast off.
They do. It's a smaller venue, kind of like smaller community. But man, you can feel the community vibe down there.
Yeah.
We went down to the show in Juneau last year, and it was just awesome, man. They're just like so welcoming and like just all about skiing, and they're still in Alaska, and they might they can ski spines. I mean, shit, like there's Haines, like there's tons of crazy terrain down there, but you could also just go up to the resort and rush it with the homies.
Yeah.
So.
Today felt like winter was coming.
Oh, dude.
Did you see that termination dust on the mountains?
Oh, yeah.
It's that time of year again.
I was iced up this morning, man. I'm glad I took the hoses off the spigots.
Oh, already?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I was iced up good this morning.
Yeah, it's there. It feels like I got to tighten it up a little bit.
Is that like a right of Alaskan to have like spigots burst in your wall? Like
you don't want
Once it fucking happens, dude, you'll never let it happen again, man.
That's the...
I walked home from a podcast, or got home from the podcast one time. This is 2 springs ago. My dad was watching the kids, and I just like hear the water running, and I'm like, I look down, and the hose is off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where's that water coming from? And then just walk straight downstairs to an inch of water in my basement,
God,
dude.
that's right.
That shit's
That's
never
right.
gonna happen again.
yeah,
It happened to you?
yeah. Me and my
Really?
girlfriend were down in Nicaragua, 3rd day on the trip, and got a call. There's water coming out from the ceiling.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
So luckily we got a really good handyman up here. We were able to call him and
Nice.
come over and
Fix it up.
Fix it up, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
It's the last thing you want to hear.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
What were
Yeah.
you doing in Nicaragua?
We just went down there surfing, getting
Yeah.
some beach time, right, in the winter.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nicaragua's fun. Where'd you go? What town did you go to?
We went to this little town called Playa de Gigante. My Spanish is horrible, but yeah, Playa de Gigante, and it's just right there on the west coast there.
Okay.
It's a little across the border, small little town, and Yeah, it was rad. I mean, like, I just love getting out of Alaska, you know, in December, January.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like it's needed to survive like the winter up here, right? You know. So we went down there and just did a little bit of surfing, hanging out on the beach. And
was there a wave competition?
No, there's no competitions. We had a homie, had a place down there.
Yeah. I mean, was there a lot of other surfers in the water that you had to compete with?
No,
in the waves?
man, it was great.
Nice.
It was totally different than Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
You know, just like the whole beach to yourself. You know.
Yeah.
And so it was cheap.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cheap. I went for my sister-in-law's wedding and landed in Managua. I want to say, is that the main place you land?
Yeah, that's the
And then
capital.
from there, we stayed there for a while, and then we did drive to a surf place. A bunch of the dudes were surfing. That shit was a little intense for me.
It was big waves?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It must have been
I
like
wasn't trying to go
February,
out there.
March or something. April.
Yeah, I want to say February. March?
Yeah. We started getting that southern swell.
Yeah, but cheap though, man. I got the lobster and the steak for breakfast. It was like $8.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Yeah.
What's the beer? Do you remember the
Oh
beer?
man, I'm blanking on the beer.
It's like every little place like
it's
that has their own little.
Imperial in Costa Rica, but what is it in Nicaragua? I'm blanking.
There's like two options.
Yeah, I haven't been in Nicaragua. I've been to Costa Rica and El Salvador surfing, but never never Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Nicaragua is still like not touristy at all.
No,
it's not. It's like raw.
Yeah.
It's raw, dude. It's really raw.
That's awesome.
I went walking through the main town,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, "Oh, you're tripping." I was like, "What do you mean? I'm just gonna go in here and see what's
I
going
look
on
the
around here."
same.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
can
I had
speak
so much fun,
Spanish.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Talking to people
Oh,
and
dude.
eating food and just like, and I can speak Spanish, so it was great. But at nighttime was a little sketch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just got to watch out where you go, right? You know,
Yeah.
just be aware. We went over to Ometepe, which is that island in the middle of like Nicaragua.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was so cool, dude. We rented a little moto bike, you know, and me and my girlfriend were just blasting around the island, dude.
Yeah.
It was,
That lake is awesome. She got married on one of the islands on that lake.
Oh, cool.
That they rented like the whole island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there sharks in that lake?
No, but there's caiman.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
think there are caving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking about going swimming, and I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
one, and I was like, "Fuck that!
No,
I'm not going in there, dude."
doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, they said that was what, from a volcano that exploded,
Yeah.
created all those islands.
Yeah.
Just a giant crater.
Yeah. Yeah. The meat was amazing out there. That was really good. Missed it. How'd you feel on the ice, Jack?
I haven't skated yet, man. I wish,
Oh, you missed it.
dude. I was sick, man.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow?
I had meat. I had moose meat one day, and the other night I was sick. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah, I'm
hockey
excited.
players? Is that what you're talking about?
Man, barely.
Well, that is my original sport actually growing up here, man.
really?
Yeah, dude. It was hockey.
Yeah.
Growing up, like.
Oh, yeah,
So-
dude. Men's league just started up.
Oh,
Just
boy.
out there wobbling. Like,
Yeah.
didn't sharpen the skates. Didn't get a new this that I needed or that. It's just-
The message from the team was that we need more of the guys that are hunting back because we're the only ones with legs. So, yeah.
It was fun. And I played Eagle River last night, which that league, those boys are rough out there, man. Those boys like to body up.
Oh, yeah.
And the ice is big, dude. You just
Yeah, it's
I was-
Olympic size,
I
right?
was huffing.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. I remember
It's
that.
way
of time
different
and
when you play
space.
that small game and you go over there and it's like, dude, this dude is like 20 yards away from me. I can't even cover him and this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was
I
fun,
would
though.
like it, dude. I think I would like
For
the time and
you
space.
would like it because you're kind of like a go around a guy,
Yeah.
speed around.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like
Stick
do
handle.
shit I can't do.
Yeah. Daniel hands.
Yeah, I like to let me just try to like put it through his legs for some stupid reason.
Well, it looks good when it works.
yeah, when it works, it looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You still play?
Yeah, I used to play men's league. I haven't played the last couple of years, but man, I just get gassed every time I play, right? You know, because it's all sprints, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to like, backcountry skiing and that kind of stuff where it's like that slow slog, right?
Yeah.
A little hop on ice rink and, But
Yeah.
I still got some dangles.
No,
okay,
I'll
all
dangle
right,
a few
okay.
every once in a while. So,
Yeah, man. You might have to hit up our sub list, man.
yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get you out for
I
a
don't have a
skate.
men's team right now, so
Oh man, okay, perfect. Yeah. We need some guys. Last game there was like 6 of us.
That's because the whole game. Everyone's hunting. It's like they start the worst week of the year.
Start September 10th.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, everyone's out moose hunting. We need to find all subs.
Yeah, but it felt good to be back out. That's like, I'm not like a gym guy. You know what I mean? That's like my main exercise. So I play on double shovel and on the Eagle River. Shout out to the Jalapeno boys. We were the worst team in the league. These guys have been the worst team
the Jalapeno
in that
guys?
league for a while, it sounds like. And then me and Carlos started playing in Rigsy. And I think we're turning it around.
Oh,
dude.
nice.
We whooped that ass last night on the plate again, boys. You heard me. We whooped that ass.
Awesome.
On the plate again, boys. They're like the top bruisers out there.
Man, it sounds like a good concussion.
Dude. Yeah, 100%.
That's the thing with men's league, right? You know,
well, out there, dude, you better be ready, man. You might have to drop the gloves on someone out there. It's crazy. Like, I just skate away, but these guys like to chirp and get after it.
Our other league, the one that we're on, is like more of a gentleman's league.
Yeah.
It's still good hockey, but it's...
I'm more about that. I mean, in my prime, right, I'd drop the gloves and I don't know. But like now, dude, like if I get hurt playing hockey and can't go to work, right, you know, 'cause I'm just like, man, dude,
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Everyone's got to work, and that's the main like line. I heard it yesterday. Yeah. One of the dudes like, dude, we got to fucking work tomorrow, man. I'm not trying to fucking take a spearing from you in the corner. Yeah. So, well, look, go back to Anchorage. He said, or something. Some guy was like, whoa, that's fucking funny. Yeah, those boys are big boys. I don't know. They got some different water out there or something.
Yeah, man. I'm ready for the sweat. But I will say that last year I got back into skate skiing. So I had taken a long time off skate skiing. And, oh, fuck. Those two things together, skate skiing and hockey, they're just...
Yeah, that'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, they're married up, you know, simpatico, you know, it's just like you got some speed after that. So we got to get you, Daniel, into the skate skiing this year.
Well, we go with the students, but it's the traditional kind. I think if I had some skate ones, I would.
You'd like it better, dude.
I probably would. It's more natural for me. I don't like that. That's like a weird. This is like a weird stance.
The classic is like for when you're.
It's old. Like I feel like I'm like crossing my legs.
Yeah, it's
weird. Man, I must be old because I love the classic and the skate skiing just sucks. I'm
really?
sorry.
Well, I've never tried the skate, but when I see the dudes flying by me, and I'm like, ugh, I'm over here.
You have to work though. You have really hard. It's not like for skate skiing, man.
But it feels like once you get going, you're going.
Man, yeah, no. I mean,
I would be scared to go down.
If you're, if you're training, right, you can crush it on the skate skiing, but like
you just gotta go twice a week. Go twice a week, you get your legs in.
I get your legs in.
You could probably not winning any races, like the Keegan Randalls are doing laps around me, but it's. I mean, you get going. You got to work your ass off. It's like the third hour of a hard hike. Like.
Is it like rollerblading in the 90s?
In the flat spots.
The bad bearings?
In the flat spots. It is in the flat spots. Yeah, there's people that only go to the flat trails, and you're like, why are you on this coastal trail right here? And it's like Kincaid, and you're like, they just want to ski on flat stuff because it's on flat stuff. It's fucking easy.
You can go versus like up and down hills.
Yeah, and then on the downhill to getting hurt thing, classics don't have good edges typically. Now the skate skis have fucking awesome edges.
Oh, so you could do like a hockey stop,
dude. You can fucking
or like
do
a
way
ski
more.
ski stop.
Yeah. Now you can get backcountry skis with like the metal edges.
Yeah, or the scales or whatever.
Yeah, for the classics, but the edges suck on the cheap one.
That's why I don't. And then you're like in that stupid little track, dude. No disrespect to the guys. I had fun, but like I'm going down, you can't stop.
No.
How do you stop?
No, I get out of that.
Why do you need to stop?
You just keep going.
Well, if someone's like in front of you, fell down.
Oh, then you ski out of it.
Out of the track? Yeah, but then there's no turning, dude.
No,
you're just like, rah, 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 boom, boom, boom.
I don't go down in those tracks if I'm classic skiing. I just go
on the regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the edges of the skate skis are awesome
because you could actually like control.
You can do stuff.
That's why I think I like it better.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about it though is like there's hardly any gear required.
Yes.
For cross country skiing, right? For hockey, you got all this gear. For like backcountry skiing, you got all this gear, dude. I can go classic skiing, dude, and it's so easy after work, right? That's the thing I've been getting into.
That's true. You don't need nothing.
And you're out there, dude. You're out, either one's cool. Yeah. You're out there doing shit. Have you done the Alpengo to Indian thing?
No, I haven't. Arctic to Indian.
Arctic to Indian,
yeah.
The what?
I really want to do
Arctic
that,
Valley
dude.
to Indian?
Yeah, it's a you do it in a day on backcountry, cross-country skis.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many miles is that?
What's it, 11 or something? More than that?
I think it's more than that. I think it's like 17, 18 or something like. I don't know.
It's kind of a mission, though. You got to drop the truck off at Indian
Mm-hmm.
and then come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Where does it come out at Indian? Like in that.
Yeah, there's a whole system of trails back there, and you kind of most people start in Indian and then go to Arctic Valley.
Okay.
A lot of times you can get a ride back from the Arctic Valley side, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I think most people wait for crust, right?
Yeah, the crust skiing.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Because it's faster.
Yeah.
You stay
A little
on top.
harder.
Stay on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
So
I really want to
springtime.
go. Fresh has done it.
Has he?
Yeah. Me and him were going to do it this year, and the conditions didn't match up with the days available.
Is that a classic or skate?
No,
run?
you classic.
Classic.
I don't think.
Do you
no
like
one can
tow a
skate that.
sled or something, or bring nothing? or you just
No,
kinda,
you don't tow a sled. You just have a backpack, and then I think they've got like backcountry, cross country skis, right? You know, that you have like scales on and stuff like that. You know, that give you a little bit more flotation, right? Than like race cross country skis. So that's kind of the move.
Is that like an 8 beer day?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. After those 8
That's how I
beers,
can
you're gonna
measure
have some
days.
suffering though, because it's a long ways.
Oh yeah, you got to make up that pass.
Yeah.
As soon as you go over the pass, you're probably good. And crack.
That was probably good downhill.
I think there is quite a steep little downhill. It's from what I've heard. I've also heard of people falling through alder trees and stuff. So it sounds great. It's a good adventure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I got to get a little better. Got to learn how to stop. Those skis.
So you grew up in Alaska,
I did. Yeah, I grew up here right in Anchorage.
West High guy,
West High guy.
and skate. You played hockey how long?
Oh man, dude, I played hockey pretty much since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, played all the way up to senior year of high school.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So,
And then when did you learn to ski?
I learned to ski probably in junior high, and I started racing up at Arctic Valley.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my jam. But hockey was always like my primary sport, and then skiing was my secondary sport. And then when I went to college, I kind of stopped playing hockey. I got a shoulder injury that kind of threw me out of the hockey game, you know. And then
Like a separated shoulder or what was
dislocating
it?
shoulder.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So after I just been dislocating for a while, I was like, man, I'm just gonna, you know, kind of focusing on the skiing. And it was real cool going from that like team sport environment, you know, to like an individual sport like skiing. And I was going to school down in Southern Oregon University down in Ashland, Oregon, you know.
Okay.
And so I was on the race team down there, and we go down to Lake Tahoe, and you know, it was part of that like new school ski movement, right? You know, or like hitting like, you know, kickers and rails and stuff, and doing like 720s and like, you know, 540s and backflips, front flips, all that kind of stuff. You know? So it was a cool time to be part of that whole scene.
I used to like to do the one where you just spread your legs out. What do you call that one?
Spread eagle. Yeah. Spread eagle's the Daffy, dude.
The Daffy.
Oh, yeah, the Daffy. That was the other one. That was this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one
Isn't
I
that how
loved.
Jake blew his knee out? Was it Daffy? I think he did last
You
year
could
on like
definitely
a little
blow your
kid
knee
jump, dude. Yeah, we
Just
lost
caught
one
it
of
wrong.
our best hockey players for like.
John
He's an
Daffy.
awesome skier and went on like some little kid jumping and blew his
Tried to
knee
do
out
the
last
full
year.
spread eagle Daffy.
Yeah, poor guy. He's done for the year, dude. Missed the whole ski season, man.
No, that's what happens when you play around here.
So you're on the ski team down there?
Yeah, so I was on the ski team down there, and you know, it was just all about new school, like, you know, park tricks and stuff like that. And then I graduated from college in 2008, and I was there, and then the whole the economy crashed, right? You know, and so I lost my job there, and I got a job land surveying back up here in Sitka, Alaska. So I got flown back from Oregon up here, and on the flight, dude, I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, dude, these mountains are real up here, you know, like, and I, you know, it was one of those things I just probably didn't appreciate it growing up here, you know, like how the big mountain skiing up here is just like, it's real. And so, yeah, I was like just absolutely fascinated with the big mountains like up here. And, yeah, so then I started land surveying up here around like 2008 to 2010 and kind of did that soft move, right? You know, I was like still living a little bit in Oregon and come up here for jobs. And finally 2010, I moved up here for real. And then I went to Thompson Pass, and then it's been sweet love ever since.
Game changer, yeah.
Just game changer.
Yeah.
You done Thompson Pass?
No. I want to someday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You got to come down, dude.
Man.
That's like the only backcountry I've done.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I've not done none of close shit.
Yeah, I've only done close shit. No, I haven't. I've always wanted to. Yeah, man.
Tailgate.
Yeah, the tailgate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what brought me there. Tailgate, you know.
Yeah.
I brought my sled down 99 Ski-Doo 670, dude, and just like was just blown away, right? Like the mountains down there are just real. Like steep, incredible faces. You got glaciers for days, you know.
Yeah.
And then also there's a huge community there. You know, that people that come here every year to go there and set up, and they have all these cool rigs. There's fun parties. There's this really, it's just an awesome community there, and we're skiing, you know, the lines of for life, right?
Yeah. Is everyone camped out in the parking lots then?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then like if you wanted to access to the mountain, like the mountains, how are you snow machining? You heliing? What are you doing?
Well, you can sled ski is what we call it, right? So there's a lot of that. That's kind of like the poor man's heli, right? You can go heli skiing. We do that sometimes, but I prefer the sled skiing because like you get to like choose your route. You know?
Yeah, totally.
You know, you're the captain, right?
Yeah.
Go wherever you want.
So then you'll take it all the way up to the ridge.
Oh, we'll go way past that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So, you know, and that was part of the learning curve, right? I kind of call it these concentric circles, right? The first couple of years, we were in this small circle right around the pass, you know? Then we figured out, like, oh, we can take this glacier to this glacier. Oh, we can take this glacier to this glacier to this glacier, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, we just kept on figuring out all these, you know, routes. You know? And, like, now we can go basically from Thompson Pass all the way almost to Cordova.
Oh, shit.
You know, like 7 glaciers along the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You ever fall through one?
I've been lucky. I've punched through my my ski a couple times in a crevasse. I've been on a couple sled rescues that have been in crevasses, but no, I haven't had a full fall into one yet.
It seems really scary just for me. I would be freaked out.
You know, everybody's kind of freaked out about that, but, you know, like you prepare for it, and we do training every year, right? You know, glacier crevasse rescue training, and we have all the, you know, everything in our kit, right, that we bring. We can rescue people from crevasses. And then there's the common sense option, you know, like you see like a depression over there. Like
don't go near it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how's that work? If you guys are gonna say you're picking a line like way back 2 glaciers out, do you guys team up as a group and get back there?
Yeah, we always have a crew.
Okay.
So really, you know, a 4-person crew is the most effective, right? Less cooks in the kitchen. But you know, we'll sometimes ride with 6 or 8 people. It's always an even number of people. Because that's how we kind of work the sled skiing system, right?
Oh, okay.
A lot of times we'll scout a zone. We'll go out there. Let's say it's a 4-person crew. We'll go out there and we'll do a couple warm-up sled laps. And have you guys heard of sled laps before?
No.
So that's where basically you've got 4 sleds. You get down at the bottom of the line. You double up on 2 sleds up to the top of the line, right? So like you've got like 4 people going up to the top of the line. And then everybody skis down to the other sleds, and then you grab those sleds, and then you retrieve the other sleds.
Okay.
So it's like sled assisted skiing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're all after you get out there, basically everyone's doubled up on a sled.
Yeah. So and you know, there's some intricacies within that, right? You know, on the route, sometimes you have to put a route in before because like you'll get stuck if you like instantly go to the double, right?
Yep.
You know, but that's a lot of times what we'll do to warm up. We'll go into a zone and we'll like, okay, let's warm up, test the snowpack. That's a big thing. And so we'll go up and do a sled lap or 2 and get warmed up, and then we'll go hike a bigger line.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
damn, I miss doing that.
It seems awesome, dude.
My brother would just rally me up, dude, to the top. Jump! And just hit the turn, dude. Just and then he's gone, and you're like, holy shit, dude.
Well, these 850 turbos.
He's gone, dude. He's back at the bottom, dude. And then you're at the top, like, fuck, I got to go down this thing. Yeah, it's fun. Scary, but fun.
Sounds awesome. Is that what you got now, 850 turbo?
I don't. I'm looking to buy a new sled this next year. Right now, I got 2017 800 175 track.
All right.
Polaris.
Cool.
So I'm a Polaris guy. But
those machines now are crazy, dude.
Dude, they are. And it hasn't always been this way, you know?
No, it's like within like the last like 5 years.
Yeah. Last 5 years, they've just exploded. And the technology is such that, I mean, like, we can pretty much go up anything now.
Really?
Yeah. You get yourself in trouble for sure.
What are the game changer factors that came through?
Well, really, it was the size of the track and then the motors, right? You know,
all those
Polaris and Ski-Doos are the top brands right now, right? And the last 5 years, they introduced, the 850s. So either a Ski-Doo or Polaris 850, like 175 track with like about 3-inch paddles on it, you know, and they can just climb like you wouldn't believe, right? And so that's been the game changers. They're also way more nimble. Back in the day, the sleds were just like, you know, they would have power. They'd have 800 cc's, you know, like on the sled, but they weren't very nimble, and like you couldn't turn them very well, you know. So they've gotten lighter, they've gotten stronger, and they've gotten more reliable, and you know that's huge, right?
Yeah.
Like that, you know. Sled skiing is an awesome game, right? It takes years to get into, you know, but the big like thing with sled skiing is just having a sled breakdown in the backcountry, you know, that like, because then you got a 900 pound or 800 pound, you know, rock that you got to get out of there, right? So,
yeah, they come a long way. If I was to get a machine though, I'm gonna go old man style and just get the fucking Expedition.
The trail guy.
Yeah.
Is the Ski-Doo Tundra there?
Yeah. The trail guy. Fucking Expo and just cruise. If I want to go up to the top, I'll tell my brother to ride me up.
Yeah.
But, oh man, they are. When's the 1,000 gonna be out though? The 1,000? I mean, this year is it?
They started going with like the 1000s, but like what they found, right, is, you know, like the 2-stroke 850 with a turbo is really the move, right?
Because it's lighter.
It's lighter, and it's got plenty of powder. You know, like, I mean, it's got so much powder, and it's all about track speed, and like track speed, snow conditions obviously play into effect, you know, but like if you got enough track speed, like you can pretty much get up on anything. I mean, you guys have seen the videos. Just wheeling, you know, So
when are they going to get like the side-by-side version for the old men? You know, it's like a snow machine snowcat combo.
Yeah,
you know,
I've seen a couple of those.
Oh, you have?
Not the side-by-sides. I've seen a guy out on a four-wheeler with tracks like in places that you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. That's funny. It's like, I'm going to get some of these turns in.
Right on.
But I mean, like, you can kind of do those kind of machines like close in, but what you really want, you know, if you're going like 50, like 60 miles out, man, like you want a good reliable sled, you know. We did a trip in 2020 where we went from like McCarthy there to the Bagley Icefiled, and like it was about 120 miles into the glacier, right? You know, and like we went all the way to like the US Canadian border, right? And so that's my specialty, right? Is like long distance kind of stuff where we go like skiing. You know.
Oh, that's
were you staying in cabins, or what were you doing up there?
We were just out tenting.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Negative 20-degree weather.
Arctic oven, or what do you got?
No, can't tell that big ass fucking.
We were going light, man. We had to bring tons of gas out there.
Oh,
so
sure.
I just had a little mountaineering tent.
Yeah.
I had about 15 gallons on the back of my sled. All my ski gear, crevasse gear, you know, survival gear, all that stuff. You know?
So a big sleeping bag. What'd you roll out there with?
Negative 40-degree sleeping bag. Yeah.
Sit full trapper style.
Oh, dude, I needed every last down feather out there. It was cold. I was cold for like a month after that.
I bet.
And you got some good skiing in out there?
We got some all right skiing. And, you know, I mean, that was the goal, right? Like we were kind of the first people to go out there and ski, like, sled all the way out there, and we put a new route in to get out there. So, and that was a big deal. It was like my holy grail, right? I'm proud of it. Like there's been only that I know of 2 other groups that have even sledded out there.
Okay.
So, and there's a lot of unknowns. We ended up finding a decent route. We were able to get up onto the Bagley proper, and the Bagley Icefiled, if you guys don't know, it's the biggest ice field in North America outside of Greenland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's massive. And it goes right up to like Mount St. Elias. Mount St. Elias is the biggest vertical relief mountain in the world. And once you get up there, though, it's like a highway, right? There's not many crevasses because it's an ice field, not like a glacier that's flowing down into the sea or whatever,
There we go. Pull up the picture.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know why it's all dark, but
I can.
That's cool. Let me pull up
I
another one.
almost see our camp right there. Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, that shot was from Tok Air Service, so I know that guy Zach. But yeah, you can see the Bagley proper right there. You can see Mount St. Elias back there, and it's just a massive ice sheet, right? It's 5 miles across.
Oh wow.
And so where do you
plate.
think your camp was?
So this is actually, our camp is like kind of over in this area. It's a little bit off the screen, but so it was back here. And so we camped there, and then we'd sled out into the Bagley proper, and you can see Mount St. Elias back there.
Yeah.
And one day we were able to go back out there, but we were running a little low on gas. We were hoping to sled into Canada, but
Oh yeah, dude.
Don't tell
Some
the
backcountry
Canadian border
Did you
guards.
bring the passport?
No.
Backdoor it. The Mounties come out on horses.
Yeah. What are you boys doing out here?
Dude, that's awesome, man. You were like basically next to Yakutat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. So when you're doing these kind of adventures, are you filming?
Yeah. I'm most of the time kind of the primary filmer. My friends will take like GoPro and like pictures along the way and stuff. But yeah, usually I'm the primary filmer, and stuff like this. Like this isn't it's not a big like film production, right? Like
It's more
we can't
adventure.
we can't do a big film production, like TGR style and do this.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's the difference, we've got to be like compact and like pack more gas and like move faster, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it possible, and that's a big reason why we started Northern Aspects was to showcase like some of the talent up here in Alaska that don't care about like big film productions.
Yeah, totally.
We got tired of like Red Bull hype.
Yeah.
Like we live up here in Alaska. Like we don't need to be told how gnarly this is. Like,
I gotcha.
And then get out there with all the amenities,
Exactly.
Like you guys are
Helicopter
doing this
back
for
to the
real.
Princess Lodge.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like we don't have the resources to do that, right? If I had like a budget of like $100,000, like Travis Rice, like I'd love to go heli skiing and like do big productions, but I don't, and I think there's something to be said about doing it, your style, right?
Yeah, Alaska style.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It is Alaska style for sure, man.
I love that.
Boots on the ground.
Let's take a quick break. I want to get more into that.
Yeah.
That's going to be
cool.
I like that. Alaska style. Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters and outdoor enthusiasts with the highest quality gear and equipment since they opened their doors in 1963. Barney's carries exclusive brands such as Alpaca Rafts, Sitka Sims, Exo Mountain Gear, Hilleberg, and much more. Barney's prides themselves with keeping a huge stock on hand of various top-of-the-line tents, footwear, sleeping bags, optics, cross-country skis, just to name a few. Barney's is also the exclusive retailer of Montana knives, Seek Outside, Kafaru, Stone Glacier, and their in-house brand, Frontier Gear of Alaska. Barney's has a superior selection of top-rated boots, sleeping bags, dry bags, mountaineering gear, electronics, and accessories. Need freeze-dried food or mountain snacks? They got that too. Barney's now has an amazing new paperback catalog available for in-store pickup or online order. Visit them today at barneysports.com, or even better, stop by the store in Anchorage at 906 West Northern Lights. If you want the best, there's only one name in the game, Barney's Sports Chalet.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaska public lands, waters, and wildlife. From national level policy work to engagement with boots on the ground projects from Kotzebue to Ketchikan. BHA performs public land cleanups, hunting and fishing clinics, and community education to help take your game to the next level. BHA's community-minded goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping wildlands wild and fostering the next generation of sportsmen and women for years to come. Make sure to follow BHA Alaska for upcoming events, local brewery pint nights, and more. Stand up for Alaska public lands and waters by supporting the Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. Join us today at backcountryhunters.org.
The Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. When you pull up to the Treehouse, you'll notice the beautifully hand-drawn art by Alaska's own Ted Kim. Once you get inside, you're going to see many of the same people that have been there since they opened. The bud tenders know you and what you like and what new product you should be checking out. The store is super clean and the music's always on point. The Treehouse and local owner Josh Boots is a staple in the cannabis culture through his music, community givebacks, and a lifetime desire to bring the people of Alaska the best products available. The Treehouse always has at least 25 strains available, and they're all shown prominently deli style in clear, openable jars so you can see and smell your options. Other products include edibles, concentrates, vape carts, pre-rolls, flour, dab rigs, and anything else you need, they got it. They also have some pretty sick merchandise for sale. Check out thetreehouseak.com, or better yet, stop by the Treehouse today and get started on their loyalty program. Remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. What happened there? It came off?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'll turn it down for a second to get it ready. Alaska style. Man, I would think that, like, planning that Bagley trip, dude, the amount of pre-game, like, prep and just, like, pouring over maps and talking to anyone and everyone. Like, to me, I've said this a lot, like, that's my favorite part of doing big Alaska things is just all that, like, research and that prep, the list, all the shit you're going to need, figuring out, like, because like you said, for that trip, you're trying to go light and tight, you know what I'm saying? But still, you got to bring all the gas and, like, how much gas and doing the math and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your process, like, getting ready for something like that.
Well, you're absolutely right. Like, the anticipation for, like, a trip like that, is part of what makes it so gratifying when you pull it off. Planning a trip like that, you're looking at your gas mileage and you're looking at your distance. That's where it starts, right? Like, how much gas do we need to have to get out there and get back? And then, so you start with that. And then you're looking at routes too, right? And this one, we were putting in a new route, in an unknown route that we didn't know if we could go through. And so when we got out there, basically, I had 15 gallons of gas in the back of my sled. I had all my camping stuff. And then I had two other partners.
On a mountain sled.
On a mountain sled.
Yeah. So it's not like it's a
no
expo.
This is big, big mountain sled territory. So, and then we start dropping a little bit of fuel along the way, right? So as you start sledding out there, you're filling up your gas tank, and then you've got to strategically place enough gas so that you can get back.
Oh, for the back.
For the back part,
Gotcha.
So once we got through the crux there, that we knew, okay, and we had a couple of clutch decisions, and I'm not going to go through and name the route, that's something I let people kind of figure out themselves, but once we got through that clutch area, we made a couple of really good decisions, and we were basically able to access, like, the Glacier Direct, and that gave us an area to access basically the Bagley proper. So we'd already dropped our gas, we'd gotten through the clutch decisions, and we were able to get on the Bagley proper, and then we just basically set up camp.
Nice.
And
it's pretty
Did anybody, how many people went?
So it was 3 people, including me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone brought their own tent, their own bag. Was anyone under prepared?
No, we were prepared, but I mean, the conditions out there, like,
it's next level.
Yeah, it's next level. So I was, it was me, my buddy Zach Barrett, and then my other really good ski partner, Ben Reynolds. And me and Zach Barrett, staying at the same like tent. We had a single wall tent out there, and then sorry, what was I? Where was I going with that? Ben Reynolds had his own tent, right? But it was like you've got to have good, reliable partners, for a trip like that, and good, reliable sleds, And we'd been talking about this trip for like years, like to the Bagley, when are we gonna go to the Bagley, it's just like kind of our holy grail, of like sled skiing, and it's got some of the biggest vertical relief mountains in the world. We wanted to get up on the Bagley Icefiled because we felt once we got up there, we could go pretty much anywhere. And the difference between our trip and some of the other trips before was that we were completely self-supported. So you can use a plane, right, to drop off gas out there and scout routes, but we didn't do that. We used everything that we brought in, we brought out.
You went full OG.
Full OG. Yeah.
So it was like 40-mile been in there with like skis before, or?
There had been 2 trips that I'd heard about in before there, and they were sledders, and both of them had plane support. So the plane would, come in and drop off gas pods for them, because gas is your heaviest, piece of baggage, basically. Yeah. So,
where do you put the skis at?
So we got ski racks. We got
they go like on the side, like a
yeah. There's a couple of different kinds. Mopros is one of the ski racks, and Mopros, and then cheetah racks, and they're specialized, right? So like you can put 2 pairs of skis on the back of your sled, and then they've got like a little kind of cradle that you can put like gas, or I've got like a tunnel bag, that I keep like all my crevasse gear, and on that trip, like sleeping bags and stuff like that.
Those. Oh, so you can put 2 sets.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you can put 2 sets.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's not in the way.
No,
I was thinking like they got to fix the gun mount.
Oh man,
on the 4-wheelers, dude. It's just like in your way on one side or the other. It's like that. It's not in the way. If you got to bail, you can bail.
Yeah, they should totally do that. Yeah, like 2 years ago, it almost killed me. Remember when I rolled my 4-wheeler? The gun mount prevented me from getting out. But in the side-by-sides, I just put it in the bed on the side, and it's perfect. I can show you.
You know how I do mine? You saw how I do mine? Sorry, we're rabbit holing.
Yeah.
I have that box in the front, which you should 100% get.
Which box is it?
It's the Low Pro one that goes in the front. I don't know what one is called.
Okay.
But you have to look at it. They make it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can-Am makes it.
And
it just locks in, and it fits so much shit, dude.
Oh, it does?
It's crazy. And then I put that soft Nomar bag between that and the handlebars.
Yeah.
Perfectly with some zip ties.
Yeah.
So it's just like, boom.
Yeah, well, that's
Perfect.
pretty nice.
The hard case wouldn't really fit there, but that Nomar one fits there, or the sagebrush one fit there perfect.
Sagebrush, send us another one for me and test it out.
Yep. Holla back, boys. We need another one. What color you want? Yellow? Orange?
Pink.
Pink.
Come on, you gotta go
got pink.
Oh yeah, I'll take the bright pink and blue like your hat, man.
What is the hat there,
hat.
dude? Nice hat.
Yeah. Casually extreme.
Casually extreme.
Casually extreme, you gotta be extreme. You might as well be casual about it, right?
I think that's a podcast name right there, man.
Casually extreme.
Yeah.
Boom. Got it.
Yeah.
So on the trip, what was like some lessons learned? Or like next time, or if you do it again, or you'd recommend like I'd probably bring this instead or that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. Next time, I'd probably get plane support. To be honest.
Okay, there. Yeah.
So, it was cool doing a self-supported trip like that. But when you're going that far out, when you're going like 100, 120 miles out, like having some plane support would really help things, And then
boosts the cost too, I bet.
It does. And then the other thing probably would be have better ski zones scouted, right? Like there's such a massive area out there. That like having like a specific zone in there that you've done a lot of research on, like looked at like Google Earth and like previous videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to tee off back there,
Got it. Did you like go back? Because a lot of times this will happen. Let's say we're on a float hunt, a float trip, and you're like, oh man, that would be a cool camp spot, mark the spot. Were you guys back there like, ooh, next time we got to go over there?
We did mark it. We'll see if I do it again, right? If we did, so I'll be honest, we did a 3-day trip, And then we came back and it snowed a bunch. And then we wanted to use that route again. So we did another 3-day trip. And then that's when we got hammered. And then we ran into like negative like 30, 35 degree weather. And so, I mean, it's raw out there. And the trick with this trip was that we had to go in early March because we had to use the rivers to get up there.
Yeah.
The rivers had to be frozen, right?
Okay.
If you've been to McCarthy, Kennecott, you know some of those rivers.
Yeah.
So we use those to access kind of the crutch point,
Yeah.
you know, where we could get up onto the glacier.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, if I were to do it again, I'd have a little bit more resources. I'd have a plane involved, and I'd maybe even.
What about gear wise?
Gear wise, we were pretty set. You know, like you want to go. You know, you want to be prepared enough for like any situation, right? So like with enough gear that you can survive anything, but like compact enough where you can really move. You know?
Weight versus like luxury.
Yeah, it's a lot like sheep hunting.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
like
Good analogy.
like you got to move. You know, and you're in a state of movement the whole time when you're out there. You know, like you get out there. You know, you set up camp, you scout, you go out the next day, you go, you know, ski something, right? And then you're kind of scouting the whole way, you know, and then you come back and, you know, you instantly to sleep or dinner instantly to sleep, you know, and then you think about getting out of there.
Yeah.
Or at least we did.
Yeah.
What about hydration? Did you have like a Camelback, or you guys like one water bottle, melt some snow?
Yeah, no, a Camelback would freeze. So what we'd have is those 2-liter Nalgene's, big Nalgene's, you know, and then we'd have some insulation around them. They make insulated water bottles, right? Which are key, you know. But here's the other thing, and this is the clutch move, is to have a muff pot on your sleds.
Oh, right.
You guys heard of muff pot before?
Is that where you cook the hot dogs?
It's where you cook the hot dogs.
Yeah, but we heard about those.
Yeah, because having warm
there's been lots of improvements on that too, man. Dude,
huge
they're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
My brother, we went ice fishing, and before it'd be like, dude, we got to ride for an hour to warm up these dogs.
Yeah,
and it was like, we better stop. They're gonna explode, you know, in like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Like, they're like, now it's like wrapped around the
can.
The can. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that thing is bad.
Oh yeah, you can get bags and put soup in there.
Yeah.
You know, hot pockets. You can do caribou
Straight up
sausage.
ribeyes.
Like,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want in there.
Oh, you
couple
do a
ribeyes in there.
sous vide in there, man.
And the best part about it is to get it warm, you gotta drop your sled. So you gotta hit that throttle hard, you know.
Yeah,
So you're like,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, dude, that sounds fun, dude. I like winter camping and doing that kind of stuff.
it's cool. It's a uniquely Alaskan thing, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's
100%.
what we said, Alaskan experience, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you out there with your friends.
Yeah, it's so
You
much
got
fun.
you got a bottle of whiskey. You know,
Yeah, man.
like,
Stick that, you go right to bed.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
You
Just
wake
need
up.
that Arctic oven, man.
The toughest is to get up in the morning. No, the Arctic, you can't take that big ass fucking. Have you
Well,
seen the
no,
Arctic oven, dude? It's
the-
like a barrel, dude.
Yeah, but you get the littler Arctic ovens, and you fly them in a super cub if you have
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah, you're
support.
right.
Anyway,
We'll
the problem
use-
is like how close are you to alder trees or something that you can
Right.
cut down to
Yeah.
burn in that thing.
Yeah. It just depends on what, you know, adventure you're on, right? You
Yeah.
know, like there's plenty of adventures that we go on where an Arctic oven is key.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, like when you got that amount of weight, you know, you can tow a toboggan, you know, put the Arctic oven in the toboggan.
Yeah.
Go out there.
But the gangster move is just, I'm going to put everyone on game real quick. Bring extra of the little fuels and just turn on the reactor in the tent.
Yeah,
Because
and
it
warm
doesn't,
it up.
because it doesn't cause any flame.
Yeah.
And it's just going to warm that tent up just as
Yeah.
good as a stove would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then turn it off and you're good to go.
Yeah.
yeah.
So how you guys warmed up? You did the hot, warm bottle, hot water
There's
bottle.
no
warm
warming
up.
up when it was negative 20
No,
degrees.
just
No,
try to
no.
sleep.
You're just basically,
Skin to skin with the homie.
Yeah.
Did you do the Mountaineer water bottle trick?
Yeah, where you warm up the water bottle
Yeah,
and throw it in
yeah.
your sleeping bag. Yeah, that's actually the move because you
Yeah.
can dry stuff out in your sleeping
Oh,
bag. You
yeah,
know,
there
you
you
put
go.
that warm water bottle in there and negative 40 bag and
Yeah.
you dry stuff out. So
Yeah. Sketch, man. Do you guys have some sort of inReach or some sort of
yes,
something?
the inReach has changed the game, right? Because
Yeah.
like we can send messages to friends. We can use the tracking function, right? You know, and like we did have a support person for that trip, right? You know, that like if we were to get in deep shit, like he would organize like a rescue with his plane.
Oh, I was
So-
thinking the 4-wheeler dude with the tracks.
Oh, yeah.
He's,
No, he ain't making it out that far.
The snowcat guy from Alaska.
That is the only way out. Or a plane, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the sled is just burn it.
Sled's the move, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're tried and true right there.
Do you have any other crazy things like that planned?
Yeah, you know, every year we do a sled camping trip out of Thompson Pass, and I'm lucky. My roommate Price, he's got a plane. No, he's got a plane on wheel skis.
Yeah.
Way better. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so he's got a little Champ on wheel skis, and he brings it down into the pass there. So it just really helps us, you know, like scout new terrain, and then usually we'll put a camping trip together where we'll sled out, and we'll have a crew sledding out, and then he'll fly in with the plane.
Yeah.
And then land there in the plane, and then we'll all camp together, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got all the toys besides an A-Star, basically.
Will he drop you on a ridge in that plane?
He can land in some pretty cool spots.
Yeah.
So
You can slow the speed down
yeah.
and just
yeah, no, he can
door.
do that. We've done some pretty cool plane skiing is what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
So and we've gone over to the Tortorillos a couple of times.
Oh, you have. All
yeah,
right.
and that's been a cool spot for us. So.
nice.
Yeah, one of my good buddies has a Super Cub, and he's a really great pilot, and he's trying to convince. He wants like a skier to go with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have the backcountry experience for that shit. You know, I got to go get Abby training and all the other stuff that goes along with that experience, build experience before I go with him in a Super Cub. There's years of stuff that needs to go down.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you hit it right on the nail on the head there. You know, it does take a while, right? You know, like especially if you're doing plane skiing and you get a pilot that's got to know backcountry and stuff like that, you know, and then, you know where to go, know what, you know. You got to make sure the snow is safe, right? It's not going to avy on you and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Have you hit tailgate? Did you hit tailgate last year? Yeah, so
tailgate, I've been at tailgate almost every year. It's been going on. I started going down to tailgate 2010.
That's when I went, dude. I did a show out there. I did a tour.
Okay.
At the Rendezvous
Lodge, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Farmer was out there. We did a whole rap show, dude. It was insane.
Cool.
Dude. That was the last time I went. No, I went the year after. I wonder, is it because that was like when they first like brought it back?
Yeah.
Or started it.
That's when they first started it. I think the first year. So I'm friends with Mark Sullivan. He's like the founder of it. I think he started in 2008. It's just like a small little like thing, you know, and then expanded. And I think 2000. It was either 2009 or 10. Travis Rice came and won the competition, and then and then I went the next year, I believe, in 2000. Oh man, that's a long time. It was either 2010 or 2011. They tried to resurrect West, which was the World Extreme Skiing Championships.
Okay, yeah.
So I competed in that, and that's kind of where I cut my chops a little bit.
Yeah. Would you second place? You said
I got second place.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. I hit this like huge double decker, and I just remember like coming off the first cliff, you know, and I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna land this. Landed it, and then it came off that second cliff, and I was like, man, if I stomp this shit, I'm gonna have a good chance at you know, getting on the podium, and stomped it, you know, and it was like so excited, right? Just like whoa, you know, like so.
Oh, that's so fun, dude. Man, we should go, man.
Yeah,
I want to go, but I want to go and camp. Like,
I'll go
there,
camp.
Dude.
I'll go camp, man. Let's do it, man. I'd love to do a little bit of backcountry skiing out there too.
We'll get the boys with the machines that ride us out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on down, dude. I'll show you some of the stuff.
I
we
bet it's
got down
blowing
there.
up now, dude.
Oh, dude, every year, man.
It's big now, huh? Do you have to like reserve spots and shit?
No, like so. There's a couple of different lots down there. You know, like there's the tailgate lot, and then there's another lot across the road called the One Love lot. That's for like. That's free camping, right? You know, and but it's so much fun just because like everybody puts a bunch of time into their rigs, you know. So they've got like, you know, very unique rigs. There's like a bus out there that's got like a sled deck in the back, like half the bus is cut off. Buddy Morgan, and then like you got fires every night. It's like a really cool community. And then also you're like, you know, you're exploring some of the coolest mountainous terrain that we have in Alaska. You know, like.
Yeah, man, that's so much fun. We should go do that.
Let's do it. I'm in.
I'd love to go do that with
the
boys.
I'd love to.
So that kind of, you know, we were down in Thompson Pass. This is not last year, the year before, but me and my girlfriend was like, man, like we should put together a film festival about this, you know, because what we've been seeing is everyone's been like putting out these like short, like little films, you know, and then just watching them on their cell phones. But like these films are awesome.
Legit,
you know? Legit. And like, we wanted to put together a film festival that like gathered everybody together and, you know, had a celebration and watched like these awesome like edits on the big screen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that was
the foundation.
The foundation right
Yeah,
there.
man.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. You guys are just down there in Thompson Pass?
Yep. Yeah, we were down there in Thompson Pass, and I think we might have had a couple beers, partying a little bit, you know. And a girlfriend was like, "Man, like, we should put together a film festival."
Yeah.
And then we did it, and you know, we had our first premiere last year. We had it at Willowa. We had a sold out like show.
Yeah.
And it kind of like cemented the idea, you know. And then from there, we've just trying to like, you know, kept like building it, you know. So this is our second year. We've got a premiere at the Bear's Tooth November 2nd, 8:00 p.m.
Yep.
Like that's the big premiere. It's already sold out like almost 2 months ahead of time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and then we take the film festival kind of, you know, around the state, right? So last year we had shows in Anchorage, Girdwood, Juneau, Sitka, Haines, a show in Fairbanks, and then we ended the season with a show right back in Thompson Pass.
Oh, that's sweet. For
Yeah.
tailgate?
Yeah, for tailgate.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
So just going back to, so we're talking about the Friday show. Is Friday or Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Thursday show
November
sold out.
2nd. Yeah.
But you added a second show.
We
right?
added a second show, yeah.
And that's on the
That's
Saturday?
on Sunday.
Sunday.
At 4:00 p.m. at the Bear's Tooth.
All right. And so there's tickets available to that one still?
Yes. Yeah,
All right.
there's still
So
tickets available
Any
to that.
listeners want to go?
Yep.
So.
Where can they buy it? At Bear's Tooth?
At Bear's Tooth.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Yep.
go right on their upcoming movies site, and there's a little drop down menu you have to hit.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And the Northern Aspect Film is the Instagram as well. I got the poster up
Yeah,
here.
no, definitely hit up Northern Aspects Film on our Insta. You know, like we're gonna have a takeover where people are gonna take over the site for a little bit. And,
that'd be cool.
And show their stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and that's the big thing with this is that we just like we want to like show other people's stuff, right? You know,
Yep.
like if you make a cool film, have a cool story, you know,
Yep.
put it together, you
Yep.
know, and then come watch it with us on the big screen. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like everyone's on their phone all the time, right? But it I promise you, it has so much more meaning. When you see it on the big screen.
Yep.
'Cause
And the
it's like
sense
that-
of community that comes with, which
Exactly.
is something we're missing.
Yeah.
And so it's so awesome that's coming together with the
Totally.
community.
There's been kind of like a trend towards that way because we did a thing with the Full Draw Film
Yep.
Festival guys, which are doing like archery stuff.
Cool.
And you're doing the ski stuff, and then the snowboard boys were always doing their thing, and the skate boys.
Yep.
And it's so cool. What's like what's the competition out there? I mean, I know the big dog like Warren Miller and all that shit, but what is there other dudes out there doing it? Is there like, is it all love?
No, so you know, honestly, I think some of the local boys are competing with the big dogs. They just are local and they're unknown, you know. And you know, and the other thing is this is shorts, right? So they're it's not putting together a 60-minute film, right? You know, it's 5 minutes and under 10 minutes, you know. And,
Which in itself, man, for anyone that does editing and stuff like that, that's an undertaking.
yeah, no, it totally is. But it really comes together when you get to like have an outlet for it, right?
Yeah.
You know, like instead of just like posting on Instagram, like we have like a celebration to like come watch it on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what makes it worth it. We've also got awards. So we're giving $1,000 to like the Judge's Choice Award, $500 to Audience Choice Award, and then we got some other really cool awards like the Dirt Bag Award that goes to the person who best exemplifies a dirt bag in the movies. You know.
Is that by the judges?
Yeah, so that's
Nice.
by the judges, you know, and then we got a couple other awards like the Silly Send Award.
Yeah.
who's got the silliest video?
Yeah.
And then the Big Heart Award. you
Yeah.
know.
All right. Yeah. The cat won that one last year.
Yeah, that was the Eagle Crest video that won last year.
Oh,
yeah,
the Eagle one,
yeah. No, the cat video didn't win one.
Does it go like you run the whole festival, the whole tour, and then at the end you guys announce the winners?
We at the premiere we announced the winners for all the awards.
Oh, okay.
So
Got it.
yeah. That first premiere is where it's at. We'll probably do some sort of recap of the awards at the second showing of the Beartooth on Sunday. And that's the cool thing about it, is that we kind of spread it out over the year a little bit. So we'll have like the first two showings, November 2nd and November 5th, and then we'll have a showing in Juneau, we'll have a showing Sitka, Haines, and then we'll have another showing at Arctic Valley.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's been, that's where I grew up skiing, so it means a lot to me. And then we got another showing in like Palmer, and we're lining up a showing in Girdwood. So
you gonna do Fairbanks again too?
We probably will. One of my homies up there, Nick, he owns the Spur up there. So we had a showing there last year, and we'll probably put something together for them. So
that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
So what are the competing like films like for, or film festivals for local films?
Well, we're obviously there's like Banff and then like Telluride Mountain Film and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get there, but that's not our goal, right? Like we're sticking right now to our tenants, right? And our tenants is, like Alaskan local.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like that Alaskan experience, like we talked about, right? That's what we want to showcase. And that means a lot to me growing up here, and just like I think what some of the locals are doing competes with a lot of the stuff that we see in the pro level.
Yeah. Sure.
And we're just going to keep going to that. And our big thing is like our commitment to do this for 5 years, right? Consistency is everything.
Yeah.
100%.
So we're going to keep doing it for 5 years, and we'll hopefully we'll be doing it for decades after that. But
yeah, that's awesome. You checking social security numbers? 574.
That's awesome.
No, that's the trick, right? Like everything has to be filmed in Alaska, but
the kid. Do you know that the new kids, the young kids,
I know,
don't get
man. That's crazy.
574 is fucked up, man.
Wait, no, they don't get 574.
No, as a matter of fact, my twins have different first threes. They're fucking twins. You think the first three would be the same?
Yeah,
they're completely different.
No way.
Yeah,
what are they?
Well, I can't tell you that, but yeah.
You're right.
Backcountry
I think both
skier
my kids made
spy.
the cut. That must have been a year where they're like, all right, we ran out of numbers now.
Did
We have
your
to change?
did your
I think both my kids have
the same
574.
one? Oh, they do
I don't
have
know, that's-
574.
I'm not 100%. That's mom's.
Yeah, I was super-
territory. I don't know. I don't even know where the cards are. If you ask me.
They didn't get it, man. Yeah,
Oh, that's a bummer.
yeah. So that's all.
Too bad all the dudes that got like the 574 tattoo.
It's in the past.
That's the OG ones.
So, being a film festival, what do people expect when they show up? Is there how's the day go when you get there?
Yeah, it's a stressful day for me and my girlfriend. But yeah, they, I think what they expect is to see high quality films in an organized format, and they don't. We're in the business of showing everything that Alaska has to offer. So we want to show Grom films, too.
What? Show what?
Grom films.
Grom?
Grom.
Grom? What's that?
Like little guys, like
Grommets.
grommets, little skier guys that have like rubber knees and
I
can
never
like
heard that.
Yeah, you never heard the Groms?
No.
Oh
I never
man,
heard that.
Little people.
yeah.
Little people?
Yeah, but like little people.
Oh. Oh. Is that like some Lord of the Rings shit? Hobbit style?
They kind of are. They got superpowers, that's for sure.
Grom?
Yeah,
I never
they
heard
do,
that.
man. They
Okay.
got the rubber legs, man. My kids wipe out, and I'm like, dude, you're so hurt, and they're like, just pop up and go again. And you're like, oh man, that's crazy, dude. I would be so
Be in the
fucked up right
hospital.
now, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did like
exactly.
7 cartwheels,
Grom.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So-
GROM.
watching lunch on the ground.
Yeah, but yeah, no, just providing a good experience for all the filmmakers, right? Because really what makes the film festival happen is those filmmakers, right? So, they submit to us. We go through a selection process. We pick what we feel are the best films, and we try to pick a balanced, program.
Yeah.
There and then just have everything run smoothly, like have them a good venue, good audio and visuals, and then my kind of gift, right? Like, so I'm a big filmer and editor, right? But I don't really submit to the festival, so I put together an intro and then Otro.
Okay, cool.
And so that's kind of my little.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to get kind of techie and ask, like, obviously these things are all coming in and what? You're expecting the same format, and then you're bringing it into something and splicing it all together.
Yep. And that's so for the initial submission, it can be like a link or anything, right? You know, once we select your film, then you got to send us, a full res version. Like usually we want 1920 by 1080 and, dot move or ProRes or a format that's going to play well, right?
Yeah.
So then I take all those films and then I put the program together. And we got 2 45-minute segments, right? And so I'll kind of align the films, how each one plays with each other, and then we'll kick it off, right? And we have a first 45-minute segment, and then the second segment,
Yeah.
A little beer break in the middle.
Yeah.
Gotta
have a beer break.
Yes. Yeah.
So is there like a meet and greet kind of like it before or after? Or?
Yeah, no, there is. Me and my girlfriend were kind of there, like welcoming everybody. And, last year we had some filmmakers from like Haynes that like showed up out of the blue. We didn't even know was at the festival, and then we gave him an award and he hopped up on stage.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super cool.
Yeah, he was the dirtbag.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't win the Dirtbag Award, but he had an awesome film. He was a teacher in Haynes. Yeah, and he was like staring out his window the whole time at the ski lines as he was teaching.
Yeah.
And so he made the film about that.
Oh, that's
sweet.
cool.
It was really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. So when they submit it, what are you editing all that on when you bring it all together?
I'm usually editing all that in Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro are kind of the two more standard. Top.
Yeah.
As far as our kind of budgets, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in Hollywood and stuff, you might use some higher dollar stuff.
Some dirtier stuff. Yeah.
Man, that sounds fun. But does it give you a lot of window to put all that together? Because submissions are last is October 8th?
October 8th, right?
Oh,
and then you got to have that thing ready to ride with like a month away.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, less than a month. So.
What about music that people choose? Is there some sort of thing with that?
Well, so the official line there is you've got to have rights for your music. And that's the deal, right? You can't be using other people's music that you don't have rights to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying about that.
If you want some swelled seed, get a hold of Daniel.
If you need some rips, bro, holler at me.
Daniel's got
some beats for you.
He's got some good stuff.
Actually, Jay, man, you should holler at me for some of that. Wonder what he's got.
Oh, yeah. I'll hit him up.
That's a big thing though too, is just supporting, like local musicians and stuff like that. And like for editors, that's one of the hardest things, right? Is getting the right rights to music, So we've been talking about me putting together like a music bank that people can pull from.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So if they don't have,
reach out to all the bands and all the artists around here and be like, what could we use of yours? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Cool. You just reached out to one.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Even for just like, not even just for film festival. Like if they all produce something that was like, these are for anyone that's trying to do any sort of film for whatever gardening or whatever they're trying to do. That's a great idea.
It is good. It's
like
that community thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the co-op.
We
need to bring the co-op back, dude. We need to get that started again.
Yeah, we need to.
We, just like everyone needs like a pack raft and another pack raft for their buddy or girlfriend. And then they need to have a kayak and then a river raft and then a jet boat and then a Kenai boat and then an ocean boat. And it's like, can't we just co-op all this shit,
Yeah, exactly. Because my bank account looks pretty bad after I buy all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and you use each one like 3 times a year, It's like, I'd love for you to borrow my drift boat. Please do,
Yeah.
Yeah. So when after they submit, what goes down? Like, how does that process work?
So we've got a selection committee. It's me, my girlfriend Emily Baker, and then we've got a couple of other film guys here in Anchorage. One of them is Alex Troutman, and then so we'll have a selection committee. We'll submit the best films. We'll put together a program, and then then I edit the program together, and then we have another committee that does the awards.
Okay.
And so this year we'll have a couple of celebrity guys who there's this one dude, Ben Sturjowski, who's done films for like MSP and stuff, and he's going to be helping us out for the award selection. I am recusing myself from the award selection.
Good
committee.
idea.
Yeah. So
Good idea.
Yeah.
So
I like the art. I think you used Meg last year.
Yeah.
Meg Smith last year. We had her on a couple months ago. Super rad chick.
Meg is awesome. She really made just a killer poster from us last year. And like I'm gonna tell you this process because it was rad, right? Like I took a drone shot of us skiing back on this glacier called the Deserted, and I sent it over to Meg and be like, "Hey Meg, we're doing this film festival this year. Could you produce our movie poster and we'll commission you to do it?" And she's like, "Yeah," and she's all stoked on it. And she came back with this most amazing piece. Like, I don't know, you might want to pull that.
Yeah,
It was
there it is.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, she made this into like full on. Full on like that piece right there without the cutout is one of her pieces.
Yeah, and that's the piece right there. And what you see is pontoon. Right there, and so we had some skiers in it on the ridge in the bottom. But the cool thing is like that's pontoon's northern aspect.
Oh, that's right.
So not only did she, have an amazing piece, right? But like it just
The detail
of it and how it fit into what we're doing, right? Was just like
rad.
super cool. So hands down, Meg, thank you so much for putting that together because you crushed that piece and really helped us sell this thing.
Yeah.
So.
And where's that? Where's Pontoon?
So Pontoon's one of the big iconic lines in the Chugach. It's on the Woodworth Glacier out of Thompson Pass.
Okay.
So it's one of the ones that I am fortunate enough to say that I've climbed and skied.
Oh, that's so
has,
awesome.
and I've done it with my girlfriend who started the festival.
Yeah,
so
that's rad.
it's got like special meaning for us.
Yeah. And then tell us about this year's poster.
So this year's poster, we went with another artist. Her name is Hailey Thompson, and she's this amazing watercolorist.
Yeah.
So we commissioned her to do a poster, and she came out with this just awesome poster. It's so different from last year's, and we love it, right? It's got like all the elements that we love in Alaska, like ocean, big mountains, and skiing.
Yeah.
At least for me, those are the things that...
Yeah.
So, you guys are going to see those all over town here shortly.
Is this a specific spot or
Upper Huffman?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about that before.
Oh.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like something out of Whittier, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Something you see in the sound.
I think maybe like College Fjord area, maybe Dora Keene range or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing Meg's building that thing out there in Hatchers.
Yeah.
Watching her and that
Tad?
dude's rad. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Tad's amazing.
Building that thing, dude. That's so cool. I've been just like checking in on her stuff.
Yeah.
She's like posting all like she's building her, what are we calling that thing? It's like
it's a hangar and then
hanger house.
and then a house. Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Out there, and she's just got this dude Tad who's just like helping her build it, and it just the whole process. She's like putting pictures. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. And my roommate actually has got he bought a piece of land right next to Meg's out there. So you're getting all these incredibly talented ski plane people there in the same spot, and I am really looking forward to what they get up to in the next 5 or 10 years because it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. Yeah, good for Meg. Shout out to Meg.
Yeah,
she's killing it. So what are you expecting as far as submissions this year? You said last year you got what, 18, 30?
We got 30 submissions last year. We used 18 of them. So
are you ever worried like, what if we only get like 8?
Oh, incredibly worried. Dude, I'm sitting here sweating a little bit, especially because we already got a sold out show. But what we do have, like the submissions that we already have, we've probably got about 6 or 7 really good quality submissions.
Yeah.
Most of the submissions kind of come in that last week.
Yeah.
Right. Like let's be honest, skiers are sometimes procrastinators.
Oh yeah.
So but yeah, we'll be pumping it up, really making sure that everybody makes that deadline, and we're we reach out to people, filmmakers that have submitted before, and other people that we just met, and we want everyone to submit, and that's what it's about, right? Coming together as a community. So we're looking forward to it. I am nervous, but I feel like it's going to come together.
Yeah. Was there anybody that submission last year like had a good story, but like maybe the format wasn't good that are resubmitting this year?
So one of the films last year was by Grom. He was the 10-year-old skier.
All right,
is what the title of the film was, and he had some of the most amazing ski training. He's basically following him, and his dad went and skied some really amazing stuff, and so I'm hoping that he submits this next year. It played really well in Valdez because that's where a lot of the stuff that they skied was. So, but yeah, no, and that's the hard part, right? We want to include everybody.
Yeah.
But we've got to go with the best films.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That must be tough.
it is.
Do you send an email like, hey man, thanks for the submission, but try again next year?
It's super tough. It's part of the job, sadly,
especially if it's like a homie or something.
Yeah, well, and people get so excited about it, right? And they put so much love and heart into their edits, and be like, hey, sorry, it's just not gonna make it,
Yeah.
But that's part of our job, right? We can't show everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what happens with last year's film? Do you put it out on a channel or something, or is it just in a vault?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we've thought a lot about that. Most of the time, the individual filmmakers post their stuff online, and we've gone back and forth on whether we want to post stuff from last year. It's a work in progress. What I can say is that these films are properties of the filmmakers.
Got it.
And so we don't want to. Our business, right, is producing the festival and giving them their time, time to shine,
Yeah.
And
So you're not asking to own the video after that, because there's a lot of festivals that do that. Once you submit this, this is ours.
Yeah, no, we kind of feel that the filmmakers are going to post it, and and that's their prerogative, right? They're submitting to us, and without any promise, right? They might not make it in the festival. They might spend a ton of time editing this stuff and might not make it in. So, it's their property.
Yeah.
And we're very cognizant about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there has to be new footage? What if there's someone that has a rad video that they already put out on YouTube and they're like, man, but didn't catch much traction for whatever reason? Could they submit that, or is it has to be within the time frame of the last year or whatever?
That's a really great question. So we like films to be filmed in the last 3 years.
Okay.
So we like it to be somewhat recent. Last year, for our first year, we were a little bit loose on that, right? We wanted to get this thing off the ground. This year, we're a little less loose on it, and in the future, we'll be even less loose.
Yeah.
We want them to be somewhat recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole night is what? What time? What is it? You're planning a 5 to 10? Well, how's that go?
As far as the films, right? So we're in the business of making 2 45-minute segments with about a 15-minute intermission in between. How many films we can fit in there depends on the quality of films that we receive. So we've got a certain amount of 10-minute films that we'll allow, and even more amounts of 5-minute films, So that's where we're going with it. Really the big thing is on the selection committee, we just judge these films on their merits, right? How good is it?
Does the venue put any of those timeline restrictions on you guys? You guys only have it from whatever, 5 to minute?
No, this year at the Beartooth, they don't have any restrictions on what we show, right? Obviously we're not going to show any nudity, although, who doesn't want a little bit of ski porn?
That's right.
Could be the winner.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no restrictions on that. But what we're looking for is good stories. So, you put together a good story, I guarantee it's going to win over, gnarly footage anytime, right? You know, it's a process. So
Yeah. Has there been any entries that are like just a 2-minute banger? Does it need to be like close to 5?
no, it doesn't. It could be a
Okay.
2-minute banger. It could be a 1-minute banger.
Okay.
I mean, the cat video was like less than 1 minute.
Oh, it was?
Okay.
Yeah. It's famous. I
It's-
mean, I knew about it coming in, so.
Mountaineer.
Mountaineer.
Oh, that's great.
I wonder if they're going to resubmit something new.
I hope they do. I hope they do it in a horizontal format this year. And
Oh, they
there's-
went straight phone style?
They went straight phone style.
Oh, okay.
So I can't say anything bad about that video. It was lovely. It didn't have a ton of like actual skiing in there, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Like,
man. It's something different.
It's something different. It's a
Yeah.
cat that's like
Yeah.
fucking going on a snow machine. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
It'll be
that's
snow
funny.
biking this year.
Oh, this.
Have you thought about that? Like having another little segment for like all the other stuff, like, you know, either the new snow biking with the motocross, but or like real pedal snow biking, or, you know, snow machine, whatever.
Yeah, we totally have thought about that. There's so many cool things that are going on up here in Alaska, you know, like snow machining. And there is not a good snow machining festival out there yet. So
Not anymore, right?
Snow machining and pack rafting are the two that we've kind of been tossing around, right? We want to get established and kind of get this, you know, rolling, and we want to keep our stuff a little focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we can't do it all.
Yeah. Don't
you know?
water it down.
Yeah. So
that might be a separate.
exactly,
deal, right?
exactly. So, you know, as we grow and stuff, I do see that could be in the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back rafting is a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking of Luke and his skating. I bet he can
Oh,
make an amazing
man.
video
Oh, yeah.
with his Nordic skating he's
Yeah.
doing with the pack raft deal and all that. That's
You know, Luke?
You know, I don't personally. I know a lot of mutual friends. I've met him, you know, once or twice, but
just as a pack rafter.
But you know, like the pack rafting is one that we're really thinking hard about, because pack rafting is a uniquely Alaskan sport.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think it would play great on the big screen, you
Yeah.
know, and people could, you know, film videos all over the world, you know, and submit it to,
Yeah.
you know, so it's a really cool thing that's going on up here that's strictly Alaskan, like the Alaskan experience, like that is pack rafting.
yeah. Yeah.
Have you gone to the pack rafting festival there?
I have, yeah. One of my really good friends, Jewel Harley, she came out with a book, about a guidebook of pack rafting, and so we've talked about it more than a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I want to go do that sometime. That'd be fun.
It's a super fun sport, and it's, you know, one of those sports, right, where you can go out hunting, you can go out and, you know, get in some
That's crazy you wanna get.
rapids. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You wanna
And those,
get.
they're getting better and better, man.
Yeah.
They are.
They're getting
And the
those.
storage inside
Yeah.
the tubes, I wish mine had that.
Yeah, the light and tight
Yeah.
ones, the
Yeah.
whitewater ones. Man, it's
They're sick.
game changing.
Yeah.
It's opening
I
it
got
up.
old school one. Mine's the llama.
Yeah.
I would think it'd be cool if you did, like, if you went with that, like pack rafting, like expand it just maybe all just rafting kind
Yeah.
of deal. Because there's
Yeah.
some really cool other
Rafting trips.
rafting stuff,
Yeah.
or even like throw a kayak person in there. I know Meg was into that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some other cool stuff. But is that its own lane? You know what I mean?
I think so. You know, like kayaking is in a different lane than pack rafting, right? It's like that, like step up where I'm hucking like, you know, a 60 or like 80-foot waterfall,
Yeah.
you know, in a kayak. You know, you just can't do that in a pack raft. I mean, basically, you're on a glorified pool toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
100%.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
It was like me in Campbell Creek in 1992. And my friend's tire. I got to pee. Let's take a quick break.
All right.
Sounds good.
Big Ray's, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Ray's has the gear you need tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. At Big Ray's, you'll find brands like Carhartt, Grundens, Darn Tough, FXD, Okiwear, and more. Big Ray's is your one-stop shop for both outdoor gear and rugged work attire. Check out their new exclusive line of durable but affordable waders, inspired by and named after the majestic Aralik River in remote western Alaska. The Raleigh Wader was designed by Alaskans and proven for the diverse waters of the last frontier. Visit Big Rays at any of their 5 locations statewide, 2 in Anchorage, 2 in Fairbanks, 1 in Kodiak, or check them out online at bigrays.com.
Tailored Restoration, helping Alaskans turn disasters into new beginnings since 1972. Their 24-hour services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, and repairs. Tailored built its reputation with years of committed and reliable service to the community with innovative restoration and home remodeling. When you have an unexpected home issue at the most improbable time, Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you anytime, day or night. Tailored Restoration has locations to serve you in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Give them a call at 907-344-1239 or make an appointment today at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlander products. If you want to customize your vehicle, talk to the team at Total Truck, where you'll find their expertise along with top brands such as ARE, RSI Smart Caps, Goose Gear, iCamper, Frontrunner, Rigid Lights, Rhino Lining bed liners, and everything you need to outfit your truck or SUV. Want to turn your truck into a sleeping option? They have rooftop tents, custom camping equipment, electronics, and solar energy packages to keep you powered up deep in the backcountry. Stop by their store location on Dowling between the new and old Seward Highway, or check them out at TotalTruckAK.com. The Creature Craft.
The unflippable raft.
The unflippable raft. Yeah, that was a good one. We showed that video of Brian and tattoo guy. What's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I can't think of it. Anyway, that could be like the cat one.
Yeah,
that comes in.
Oh yeah, I mean it's amazing that thing. I mean it's unflippable.
Yeah,
I mean you can take it literally unflippable.
Yeah. What are some rivers that you're loving doing the pack raft?
Well, 6 Mile is like kind of the classic, right? It's got everything you want right there. Class 4, and first, second, and third canyon, and there's so many rivers up here in the state. And as this whole pack raft scene has exploded, you're finding people finding new ones. You know, some of my other favorites, the Nanana up towards Fairbanks is a classic. There is Willow Creek. That's a great learning one, right? You know, that can kind of, you have multiple ways to like kind of step up your game. You got this area called Red Gate, and then above that you got Guardrail, you know. So the thing with the pack rafting is, you know, like I just really try to tell people, you know, like take it easy and take a slow start, right? You know, like it's all fun and games until you go swimming in some of these Alaskan rivers with rocks and you're bouncing off those things and like you get hurt, you know. So water scares me. It's, you know, I'll go ski big Alaskan spines any day, you know, like that's my jam, you know. But when I get in the water, man, I'm way more cautious.
Yeah,
as you should be.
That's right.
Yeah, as you should be.
What are some of the other like entry level rivers that you like for pack rafting?
Well, there's really tons of entry level rivers. You know, like you can go out to like Portage Creek. There's 20 Mile. There's a great loop out there where you can go up to Berry Pass and then to 20 Mile. There's Placer right there. You can go out to Spencer Glacier. That's a classic one. You can take the train out there. You can go north to Talkeetna. You can take the train up to a couple rivers out there. And then I'm blanking on the name of the river up there, but it'll come to me here in a second. But Talkeetna is great. Talkeetna River Canyon, that's another great one. Great rapids, you know, 3-day float. You got to fly in. Okay. And that's the beautiful thing about the pack rafts, right? Like they pack down to nothing. So you can either hike in or you can, you know, fly in. You know, or you can use it with hunting, right? You know, like it's such a multi-sport tool.
Yeah. Sheep hunting for sure, dude. Those things are money there.
Yeah. Shout out to all the dudes out hunting. I saw the Peters boys got a couple there on their Solars.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about next level raft.
I mean, it's next level stuff, you know, like sheep hunting or something with a pack raft, you know, like it's just, that's the Alaskan experience.
Yeah.
As we said, right. You know, you're hiking a gnarly terrain up mountains, you know, you get a sheep and then you got to pack it out.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I'm going to walk down this drainage for 9 more miles. Oh, well, I'll just throw my pack raft in. Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I got to get one.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just like evolving and getting better and better. I want to just, what are they going to come out with next year before I get one?
My gen is kind of messed up. The front end really likes to come up.
Yeah.
So I have to forward load all my gear and stuff on the front.
Yeah.
But I've heard they're way more balanced now.
Oh yeah. The new Wolverines, and the narwhals, those are the kind of the whitewater specific ones, man, and they got tons of room to put your gear in the tubes, and they've just gone through so many iterations.
Yeah.
That like they're finally at a point, right, where you can do pretty much anything with them, you know, minus like, you know, like Upper Susitna Canyon or like the Alsac, you know, like that stuff that only kayakers can do. But
yeah, Ingrid Creek or whatever. I like Glacier Creek. That's a good one.
That's another classic, right? You know, super easy, like, you know, hour float. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Girdwood. You go up to that old hand trolley, drop it. That's where I drop it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not too bad. I mean, it's if you're scared, you can stay on the inside most of the time there. And
you're scared to go to church. That's what they say.
You can get around them. Yeah.
You ever heard that?
Yeah, I have heard that. Someone actually told me once when I was like, I don't think I want to go hunt over next to that grizzly bear for this moose by myself. So why don't you just come with me? And they're like, well, do you believe in God? And I was like, either way, you need to come with me over there. Right? I'm not worried about it if you're there. All right? But if this thing comes after me, someone needs to shoot out for me.
Yeah, church ain't going to help right then. Oh, that's funny. So what other things you doing, man?
Oh man, lately it's been a lot of work, right? I work for Forest Service, land survey for them, so we got a bunch of money for the infrastructure bill. I'm putting in a bunch of new cabins across the forest. So, that's really exciting. Everybody loves the cabins in the Chugach, you know. So, are
they like pre-made fab stuff you guys are pulling in there somehow?
Yeah, we got like a common design that we use. Okay. And then from there's a couple of different, depending on whether it's like kind of a backcountry cabin or something that they drive up to. So we've been working hard on that, hard on trails, the INHT trail, Historic Iditarod Trail is what we call it, you know. So the trail that starts kind of in Seward, and we're trying to connect all the pieces all the way up to Eagle River there. So
even through the Girdwood section?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's the hard section, right? So we got some money to do some LiDAR work there and work on putting a trail somehow through from the kind of the Portage Curve area all the way up to Berry Pass.
All right. So, yeah, that's awesome. But there's that section that runs kind of on a bluff. Would that be on the north side of the creek? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like the secret little local dog trail in the winter.
Right. Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And there's some private land back there. And, the INHT trail is awesome, and it's going to be a huge boon to Alaska once we finish it, right? You know, it's one of those trails where you can see glaciers, you can see wildlife, you get to like cross a bunch of rad rivers. You also got the section through Turnagain there that's like huge for backcountry skiing, right?
And that part's already done, right?
Most of it. We're still working on part of it from the area from Ingram Creek. We call it from Ingram Creek to the highway there, Ingram Creek North. So, and that kind of goes through some pretty big canyons area like Wolverine Canyon and stuff. So we're connecting that to the highway, and then there'll be a path around the Portage Curve highway to 20-mile parking lot, and then eventually they want to put in a trail going up 20 mile. So.
Awesome, man, that'd be cool. So the section I've been on is there's like you're coming down Turnagain Pass, and it's the second pull off on the right, and there's a little hobbit hole in the woods. And then I started walking on that years ago, and over the last 5 or 8 years, it's like a full on trail. You get to Ingram Creek. There's like a great bridge, and then it looked like a trail all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And so what section are you talking about that still needs to be done?
It's from that section north, right?
Oh.
So that section goes across Ingram Creek, which we're so excited to have that bridge in.
Yeah.
And then it goes south, like towards like Tin Can area, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be putting a trail in that's going north. From there, you cross Ingram Creek there, and then you go north towards like Wolverine, and then it hooks into the highway.
Okay.
There. Okay.
So this other trail that I used to get in there, that'll be just like a spur.
It's a spur. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Because that's the thing with the INHT trail is like, it's a continuous trail always, but there's all these spurs to access it, whether it's from in Turnagain, Johnson's Pass, Moose Pass, and farther down into the Seward area.
So can you make it from that Ingram spur that I was just talking about across the bridge up to Tin Can and all the way to Johnson right now?
Yes, you can. There's a couple of bridge crossings that we haven't put bridges in yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now the trail is all in basically from there to Johnson
that's
Pass.
so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And every time I've gone on this trail, no one's been there. It is amazing.
And not a lot of people know about it. And one of that is the big things. I don't want to speak too much about Forest Service because I'm not here for that. But there's some really cool stuff going on with the Forest Service right now and trying to connect that trail. And there's a bunch of really hardworking people. That are working on it. So.
I was fucking jazzed, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, there's some people that are doing some rad shit.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful about it.
Is that mostly just summer work?
Yeah, most of that work goes on in summer. In winter, we just too much snow.
Just too much skiing.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So are you involved in the forest cabins out and like with what happened this last year where they like had public comment about which ones to do work on or install?
Yeah, so I'm not directly involved with any of the public comment stuff. I'm a land surveyor.
Yeah.
So but that means I get to go out to these cabin locations and I get to survey them and so I've been out to a lot of the proposed cabin sites. And I got a hand at the Forest Service. They've got a really balanced approach of cabins. They've got some really cool ones in backcountry areas and some also really cool ones that are drive up that anybody can use.
Okay.
And that's awesome, right? Having that balanced approach.
Yeah. Man, it's awesome having those cabins.
Yeah.
Where can people find those cabins, and are those all first come first serve? Or something mixed?
6-month reservations mostly, I think.
Yeah. All of them you can book on recreation.gov.
Okay.
So as soon as they're live on there, you can book them. So in the next, 3 to 5 years, takes a while for us to build them. Yeah. But yeah, you'll be able to, the community up here is going to have a bunch of new cabins, and cabins are a huge hit here.
They are. So it's I think almost every cabin, you have to go on 6 months ahead and book them.
Just like all the campsites and all that.
Yeah. So, but they're pretty awesome. We use the shit out of the ones in the Sound, man.
Yeah. And there's a new cabin location going in around Port Chalmers.
Oh, really?
Down Montague Island.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah, that's a really cool one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How many are there across the state? Oh, how about some trivia?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know that. Yeah.
How many Forest Service cabins are in Alaska?
I think there's 11 in the Sound.
You're gonna say
right.
total of Alaska.
Total
Before
Alaska.
you look it up, what's your guess, Jack?
54.
My guess is 23.
You work for them. I'm gonna go with 21.
Well, I think there's 13 there's like 11 in the Sound and like 13 on Resurrection Pass, right?
Well, the man works there and he said 23.
Yeah, but he's just using the ones you ski out of.
Yeah, that's
okay, that's true. That's true. What'd you say? What was your guess?
Oh, okay, damn.
Is it a lot more?
Well, so we're talking about just the Chugach, but are we talking about like the Tongass?
Just the Chugach. Let's stay in that area.
Okay. So,
okay, hold on. We'll do that, and then we'll say all of Alaska.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sounds
21 just the Chugach?
Yeah.
23, and you said what?
Fuck. What did I
You
say?
said like 50,
50,
30.
54 or I
Yeah,
don't know.
51 or something.
I don't remember.
Okay,
Do you
and then-
remember?
It was in the 50s.
All right.
And
I
then
don't
we'll-
wanna
and
say,
then, and
'cause
then
now
we'll
I'm
guess.
bloody.
Then we'll guess all of Alaska.
I see them all on here.
Okay,
so
you can't. You can't. All
I
right.
see both
This is
answers,
between
so.
me and you. Whoever wins gets the hat.
All right.
All
So
right.
for the Chugach National Forest, there's 40.
Oh,
Wow.
it's a lot.
Wow. I think we were way off there.
But I mean, so that's all the ones in the Sound. If you just take Resurrection Pass, which I think is 13, and then 11 in the Sound, dude, you know, you're at 25 there, and then there's a bunch of other ones, Nancy Lake, and
Okay,
Yeah.
across the state.
now across the state. Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm going big on this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, no. This one is just. It's not all together. It's just the Tongass.
Okay, so
Well,
you're
you
gonna do
can
some
add,
math.
the Tongass and the Chugach ones together.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll add those together.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with what's the Tongass Forest, and
I'm gonna go 84.
I'm going 62.
So the Tongass has 150.
Oh, just the Tongass?
Just the Tongass. So it's 190 total. Yeah.
That's a lot of cabins.
Yeah, I think that's why all the South Central people are all like, "Why are they building more down there?"
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they definitely have a ton down there. It's pretty awesome. But I
Wow.
feel like, I mean, you and I've stayed in.
I've
You
seen
and I,
in a few.
we stayed
we
down
stay one?
in Sitka. Remember on the
Oh
island?
yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I've
seen
stayed
in a
them in
few.
some steelhead rivers.
Yeah,
in
some
the
lakes.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other trivia you can bust out? Let's get some skiing trivia.
Ski trivia?
Yeah, you got anything like that?
How about what's the most popular backcountry ski film of all time? Let's search that.
The most popular backcountry ski film of all time?
Oh,
Whoa.
oh boy. Oh yeah, I gotta get in on that. Most popular backcountry ski film of all time.
I have no idea.
This is a good one.
Honestly,
I'm gonna.
zero idea.
Oh, damn.
Like you want the name of the film?
The name of the
Yeah.
film. I think it depends on what genre, but let's see.
What are the different genres?
Oh well, you got Warren Miller, you got TGR, you got MSP. Yeah, I mean these are
But
the
those
different.
are all in the same.
Yeah,
kinda.
right.
What are
And
the-
then there's like the 80s, 90s ski films, which were totally different.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. What's my good guess here?
I'm just gonna say Ski Bum.
Oh, this is funny.
I'm gonna go with Ski Bum. Some.
Okay, I'm
no
gonna go
idea.
to two different rankings. Okay, so you're doing.
You can't
ski
look
film?
on your phone.
I'm not. I'm trying to look up a specific video. It was one filmed. It was the old school guys with Glenn Plake and like Scott, like
The Blizzard of Oz.
Blizzard of Oz. Yeah,
The
that's what I'm going.
Blizzard
That's what I'm
of
going. The
Oz?
That's
Blizzard
right.
of Oz, dude. I'm sorry.
God.
That's what I'm going with.
That's what I would have guessed
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
I'm
I
going
love
with Ski
that
Bum
movie.
some.
Yeah.
Every like Thursday night race series back in like the early 2000s at the Sits. That's
Yeah.
all they had on
Yeah.
repeat was the Blizzard of Oz, dude.
Blizzard of Oz.
Yeah, dude. I bought that for the kids to watch. It's pretty badass.
There's some good Warren Miller ones like Steep and Deep and stuff, and
The Blizzard of Oz, number one.
by Greg Stump. Yeah.
So that is the number one.
Blizzard
And now
of
look
Oz.
at the other ranking and see.
Is
what
this
they
it?
say.
This doesn't look like it. What is this?
No, it's Blizzard of Oz. Like
Of ah.
It's the ooze and the ahs.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the Blizzard of
Yeah, look at Gunn Plake with that mohawk.
The Mohawks and the one pieces.
Dude,
like,
it's-
how can you not like that?
Yeah, why don't they bring the onesies back, man?
We're bringing them back. That's a big part of Northern Aspects.
Yeah.
Every year, me and my girlfriend get a new onesie.
Okay.
That we roll out on the premiere. Oh yeah. And we
Where
wear
are you
it.
finding new onesies, dude?
Tipsy Elves is a great place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year we were all pink. you
All
know?
right.
Yeah, So
well, I'm gonna onesie it up that night too. Then.
all right. I
So,
look forward to it.
Yeah.
Is that how it rolls? You got to come
Oh
dressed,
yeah.
dressed,
You gotta-
dressed
you
to
gotta
impress?
be part, man.
Oh,
Dressed to
shit.
impress, right?
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's doing the Glenn Plake haircut?
Oh man, not me. I don't got the hair.
There's
for
lots
it.
of Daffies in this movie.
Oh,
Daffies and
dude.
spread eagles for
Bro,
days.
Yeah,
spread
dude.
eagle, dude. Might
Yeah.
be the best trick out there.
Yeah, on the hardest skis ever to ski, dude. It's super long, no
Yeah.
like curve and form to them.
210 millimeter like K2s, or just like. have you guys heard of ski ballet?
No.
Oh boy, this is an Olympic sport.
Ski ballet.
Ski ballet.
All right, let's look it
Yeah,
up.
and it was big in the 80s and 90s. So that's one of the things I hope with the film festival, as I see some more ski ballet videos, because it's techie and it just blows you away, and their costumes are out of this world.
Freestyle ballet skiing from 1984. Should we watch that one?
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is what we need to do, is work on this for a whole year, and then next year you and I can submit like a synchronized ski ballet video.
Oh, I look forward to
And
that.
the story is that, it's just us working on it. We don't know what we're doing for the whole year. That'd be pretty good. We'll bring a cat.
I mean, as long as you look good and you got good music.
Like this?
Yeah,
There it is right
Yeah.
there.
like the music. Why don't they bring this back?
I'm telling you, we're petitioning it to the Olympics here. That they need to bring this back. I mean, this stuff is techie. Look at that.
Freestyle ballet has changed from ballet skiing to trying to dance with dumb things stuck on your feet. Kind of a drum majorette practice session. Now, this man is approaching the true Zen turn with the new and very difficult pole twirl.
Oh boy, watch this.
Now, the two-pole twirl.
That one dude in the red, I had seen
This
him
guy was
earlier. He's
practicing
awesome.
karate.
And you think this is easy? It is not. It is basically a knee injury waiting to happen.
Oh, totally.
So it's back, you're saying?
Oh, it's coming back, or we're trying to bring it back.
Oh, man.
Oh, I thought you meant like it's back for real.
she
She
did a
did the full
flip.
front flip.
Yeah.
This is the guy. This guy. I think it's.
Is that a guy? Looks like a girl.
There's one person that's super good at
Back
this.
arch.
Yeah, there's a French guy that like won it.
Okay.
Yeah, he just man.
Do you remember when all you had to do to turn your skis was to rotate a little bit?
Hey, look at those haircuts. Can we just appreciate those haircuts for a
Oh
second?
my
There we
goodness.
are.
Look at the onesie though. Oh, that's dope. Oh,
Oops.
shit. Yo, front
So
flip?
they got special long poles so they can do the flips and stuff, and then really short
Oh, now
skinny
that's
skis,
enough of those poles.
and then rear entry boots. Man, you got to have the rear entry boots.
The rear entry boots.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Freestyle ballet skiing from 1984 is the name of the video if you guys want to check that out.
What's
worth
the
it.
rear entry boot?
Oh,
the back.
yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
that's so long ago.
just sounds good. Rear entry boots.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, I forgot about those, dude.
It's back. You're bringing it back.
Yeah,
So maybe we'll
I'm
get an entry
excited,
this year,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
That would be
ballet,
hilarious,
dude.
dude.
Looking forward to it.
Just 1 minute of some kid in his garage, in his driveway
just practicing the ski ballet
at Balto.
moves.
He's just
Yeah.
at Balto.
Yeah. Well, Hilltop's kind of the perfect place to do ski ballet.
I bet.
Oh, because
Yeah.
you gotta kind of be moving.
Yeah, and it's
Slightly.
nice. It's a really like easy mellow
Yeah.
grade, and they got a bar down there. Like
Yeah, you could ballet off all the gymnastics.
You gotta
Yeah.
be drinking to do that.
Yeah, you jib and then back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. The freestyle skiers are so good now that they would make those ballet people look ridiculous.
Well, I bet
Yeah, but
now
they're
with
not-
all
they're
the
not
all the
trying.
I'm surprised it's not like a TikTok trend.
Oh yeah, we need to get
we can bring it back, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm all on that.
There you go, Jack. We'll
do
get
it.
you in your new bright orange
Oh, I'm not
onesie.
gonna, dude. I'll lose my knees on that. We need to find like a 22-year-old or someone,
Yeah, someone limber.
16-year-old or
Yeah, those young
Just start
young
training.
drums with the
Just
rubber
start-
legs,
Get
man.
Peyton out there,
Peyton
dude. She's
the-
been in gymnastics, dude.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
get her out there.
and ballet,
Oh, bro.
and she skis.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's it. She could be the first.
Yeah, I had my twins. They're 7. They were 6 last year. 45 days out skiing last year. So.
Hey, cheers
They
to you,
love
man,
it, man.
for getting that next
Yeah.
generation, skiing.
Oh, they're hooked, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, they can just follow me now. It's great. Show them outside, and then follow dad.
Man, hopefully all this precipitation we've had continues. I'd like to see another big snow.
Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about the weather up here?
Yeah, let's talk about the
It's-
weather, baby.
We all grew up here, so we know what it was back in the day, right?
Yep.
It was like snow,
was like-
and more snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backflips off the top of the
Yeah.
roof.
Yep.
And it's been interesting. I think everything is being driven off the jet stream, right? And for a while there, we had that big warm blob. in the ocean, right? And we got rain, tons of rain in like January and February, and then in the last like 3-4 years, we've been kind of seeing somewhat normal Alaskan winters, right?
Yep. This past year for sure.
Yeah,
brought back memories. And I was telling my kids, I was like, this is nothing. This is like normal.
Yeah.
Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, they're canceling school.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, huh?
So cool to see it, like.
I think it hopefully continues.
Yeah,
like
I think it will. There's this thing called like decadal drift, right? With the jet stream.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything's kind of built off that, and so I feel like, the jet stream changes quite often, even every year, right? But there's like patterns within that, and so one of the things I've learned from my girlfriend, right? Is like there's this thing called decadal drift, and I think in the last like couple years we've been entering a new kind of like period where we might get like colder winters again,
okay,
which.
And how long does it stay in that kind of pattern before it drifts again?
That's a good question. Usually a decade. There's a big thing called like a blocking ridge, right? And there'll be a ridge that'll be sitting off like the coast of like southeast there, and then it'll block stuff. And so that, along with the Pineapple Express, if you guys heard that term before, tropical storms coming out of Hawaii.
Before,
right? Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's really cool to see, some normal Alaskan winters the last couple of years that we had when we were kids.
Yeah, and even like the summer. A couple of years ago it was just hot. Way too hot. Yeah. And then this year seemed like, it's actually kind of.
We didn't have a good summer this year.
I know, but we never had good summers.
No.
You know what I mean? That was like how it was. Remember the breakups, dude? It was like 2 months of just lake season.
Yeah, I feel like there is like a middle ground between. Last summer, dude, we had like 3 sunny days before the end of July. That was a lot different. And we growing up, we used to have a ton of sunny days between February and April, and we didn't have those this year.
No.
You remember? It was bluebird and cold, and then you'd get a snowstorm would come through, but then it would completely move out, and it was a lot of bluebird days. Like this year, I didn't get. Did you get many bluebird skiing days?
No, we didn't have a super great season in April. The season lasted a long time. It lasted till like the middle to late May,
right? Which
was good, but every season is just a little bit different. And I'm talking about the ski kind of side of things, right? But it's been interesting. Like we had that super warm summer in 2019.
Yes.
That one?
Yeah.
So, which was kind of nice because it killed all the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, I've seen a change in the last 3 years, and
it seems like it's circling back.
Yeah.
The skiing has been awesome, dude.
The skiing's been pretty good, especially down in Turnagain. Turnagain and Alaska has been pretty good the last couple of years.
So much snowpack.
Yeah, so that's a good plus.
Oh, man.
With all the rain, hopefully equates to all the snow.
Yeah. Snow. Stay below freezing when it hits winter time.
And that's one of the things up here, like we're mostly a state in South Central that lives around sea level, right? So it might be raining down here in like Anchorage or Girdwood, but it's snowing up high.
Yeah.
And so the trick is when that happens, right, you just got to get in that upper elevation band. You get up above like 3,000 to 4,000 feet, and then it's always snow up there.
Yeah.
So
let's hope. A lot of hope on that.
Yeah.
I like to see a lot of snow in the city.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they figured out the plow deal, but
yeah, that was struggling last year, huh?
Yeah. But I love seeing all that snow out there. I busted out the snowblower the first time in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been sitting in the shed for 10 years. And that Honda just first crank, dude. Bunch of blue smoke, man. The thing's ready to rock. Woo! I was happy to start that thing up.
Yeah. Alaskan experience there.
It is nice, man. It's like therapeutic, snowblowing your driveway or shoveling. Yeah, and the city looks a lot prettier. Winter's just way better with a lot of snow. It just stay below freezing, and then dump, and then bluebird summer.
Yeah, bluebird summer would be nice.
Summer, man.
Would be nice, but I don't think we're going to see much of that anymore.
We can always wish, right?
Yeah. Greg, thanks for coming in, man, and chatting with us and telling us about what you got going on, man. We wish you the best with everything that's going to happen with that. We're definitely going to be there premiere night. Hopefully we have a couple. We got to get the tickets down.
Well, we got a couple tickets for you guys.
Okay,
So,
we got to get in there because
Yeah,
I think we bought the tickets on the top floor, and there's the no beer section.
Yeah, we got some reserved for you guys. Don't worry.
All right. Thanks, man.
So once again, the show is November 2nd, the premiere. There might be a couple tickets left, or we might have some actually.
Yeah, and then there's another show, second show on the 5th.
On the 5th at the Beartooth.
Yep.
So, yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's been just a pleasure to sit here and rap with you guys and talk about all things Alaskan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's super awesome that you're doing something that you're passionate about for the community and like gathering us together. We need more people like you doing these community things that just get us together in our passions and show like, hey, man, this guy, these people, they're awesome Alaskans just like us. And, we just need that in our community. I mean, after it's been so divisive and then we went through fucking COVID, it's more community stuff, man. So thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of work on the back end, man.
Hell yeah.
So definitely thank you.
You know, it is, but it's really all worth it once I get to see, what all these amazing Alaskans produce, right?
Yeah. And for those of you out there that got your camera in your hand and you're doing your stuff, man, if you don't make it for this year, put it in for next year, and we'll hope to see the films coming out, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that ski ballet fan.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Thank you, Alaska, for supporting all these cool things that people are doing. The film festivals and the podcasts and the breweries and the businesses and the music. And I think that we live in a very, very unique place, and it feels like a family, all of it, even though we're all doing our own different kind of Alaska experience, Alaska things. It's still, when you get together a bunch of people at a brewery or something like that, or a show, you just feel the love, and it's amazing. I visit a lot of places, but I don't think they got it like we got it.
No,
or it's a special place up here.
It is.
Yeah. Thank you, Alaska. Thank you for listening. AlaskaWildProject.com, Patreon.com/Alaska Wild Project to support the podcast. Go, please follow Northern Aspect Film Festival on Instagram. Your personal Instagram is
Greg Stafford Photography.
Greg Stafford Photography.
Yeah.
We didn't get into the photography stuff.
Man, it's in 2010.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the camera out. I see you got the phone.
I got the phone camera out.
Phone's got too good. Yeah. Thank you, Alaska. Thank you for listening. As always,
stay wild.
Remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce cards, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They're the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders, founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic, or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
Should you not claim to be at least his equal in prowess and act upon the claim? I say try. If we never try, we shall never succeed. This proposition is a simple truth, and it's too important to be lost sight of for a moment. If we cannot beat the enemy where he now is, we never can. It is all easy if our troops march as well as the enemy, and it is unmanly to say they cannot do it.